2022 season. Get all the updates and info on your home for the NFL in the Valley. It's summertime, and the Fanatic is your summer home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Also at 95.9 FM in the East Valley.
I have two dogs, Sam and Bailey. Both are golden retrievers. Poor Sam, he was a mess. Always itching. His paws were soaking wet all day from just constant licking. He had bald spots on his back. I just don't like putting shots and steroids into your dog all the time. DINOVITE.com. Dinovite is nutrition. Probably 2 weeks after he started Dinovite, I started seeing great improvements. And today, 99% of his issues are non-existent. It's amazing stuff. Since Bailey has been 12 weeks old, he's been a Dinovite dog, and he has zero issues today. He won't eat his food without Dinovite. When I get out the Dinovite, my dog actually salivates like I'm getting them a treat. They drool over it. Dinovite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dinovite from DINOVITE.com.
This is Aaron Warby, owner of Online Trading Academy here in Arizona. Right now, we're seeing stock market highs in the face of economic lows. Election cycles are notorious for causing instability in the stock market. That's why we just finished developing our newest complimentary workshop, Protection from the Election. This 3-hour class will explore the strategies professional traders use to protect themselves against market downturns while allowing them to also profit from surging markets. Take control of your portfolio in these uncertain times. Register for this powerful workshop offered in Scottsdale, Chandler, and Peoria by calling 844-877-2337 or by texting the letters OTA to 31996. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Again, that is 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show, Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100-plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
People settle down because it's time.
Showtime. When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's Monday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studio here in Scottsdale. So here we are, once again, back to zero.
Yeah.
That's right. The Suns start round 2. Fight!
Yeah, I mean, this is the night. This is when round 2 and everything gets a little more important, isn't it? Suns right now 4.5-point favorite, and we'll have to see what happens. Nuggets will be coming to Phoenix as the Suns will have the home, what do you call it, the home field advantage.
They have the home field advantage.
Yeah, because they play basketball in the field.
It's a new thing they're trying out this year.
Yeah, the court is made out of AstroTurf.
Right, because they can't move the field in and out of Talking Stick, or no, I'm sorry, Suns Arena anymore.
That's a good point.
I'm confused. Why did Talking Stick pull their sponsorship of the Suns? I think they did it at the wrong moment. Kind of like Phil. So here's what happens. So in comparison,
here we go.
Phil gave up on the Suns.
Welcome to Monday, Phil.
And then Talking Stick Resort Arena gave up on the Suns. Both did
It
it
was a
at
nice
the
weekend.
wrong time.
Your nightmare continues.
And now they're probably regretting it because, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, now everybody's wearing Suns hats.
Is that
Suns
what happened?
logos.
Did Talking Stick Resort pull their contract?
Oh, if there's
I'm
one thing
guessing.
Talking Stick knows, it's how to pull out.
So, like your mom wishes your dad did, but
Oh.
still,
Oh no! Oh no! We're off
that
to
was
a rousing start.
that was an insult for you, not your mom. But so I think it's a very similar situation. So unless somebody else
Yeah.
can tell me a good reason, because with all these sports gambling becoming legal here in Arizona and everywhere else in the United
Yeah.
States,
Yeah.
I think that the Talking Stick Resort Arena stood to make even more money than they were making before.
You would think,
The
yeah.
Suns' fortunes have blossomed, and you think, well, that would be a good place to have your name.
Yeah.
So yes, I think that the Talking Stick Resort and Phil have a lot in common.
I mean, what at the end of the day does a sponsorship do for
Yeah.
you? Did you ever
A
go
lot.
to Talking Stick Resort?
You didn't ask me the things that you have in common with Talking Stick Resort Arena, besides being somebody who bailed on the Suns. The other thing you have in common is
Nor did
hanging
I
around
want
a
to.
bunch of old ladies peeing their pants when they're pulling the slots. You do that.
I saw them on Friday
Right.
nights,
Ah.
and I've seen them.
Is that
It's
your-
not old ladies. It's very
Yeah.
refined women.
And also,
Refined.
Yes, refined.
Phil is
tuned.
also a place where people go to lose all their money and have broken dreams.
And go to
So
Phil.
yeah, so Phil and Talking Stick
Ooh.
Resort Arena, they're like the same
Wow,
I
for
wish
person.
people lost all their money to me.
Women,
That-
women of age come to you to lose
That's
all
right.
their money.
Yeah.
I mean,
Phil,
we
He-
provide
he's
a
a very
quality service.
Special kind of gigolo.
here, let me help you with those dentures.
You just find your lane, right? And that's what Phil has done.
Oh,
and
Phil.
So tonight, Phil don't care.
I'm so glad to see your smiling face again because you know what? The Lakers are out of it and we move on.
Wait,
Now,
when do the Lakers play? What
the
time
Lak-
do they start?
See, I'm trying to get him to move on past this. So there's no
Why?
more
Why?
beating up
Why?
on Phil.
No, why? Because
I think the point was made.
So much vitriol came from him when he decided to jump ship, and so much, oh, Jeffrey, you just don't understand what's about to happen. Oh, Jeffrey. He gave me a lot of that smug Lakers talking down to. So I think I'm entitled to poke and smack a little bit
Oh,
today.
yeah. I
as
wasn't saying
the
for-
Suns go into the second round and the Lakers go to Cancun.
I wasn't saying that you should do anything. I was just saying, Phil, I'm trying to help you out here.
Yeah, I think that the Suns. I hope that they're not taking the Jeffrey point and just pushing and lording over their ideals and their victory and just saying that's it, season's
Did
over.
I do that? No, listen, I don't like that the Suns are favored. I really am a little bit worried about these Denver Nuggets a little bit. Djokovic, no joke, and that team is pretty solid. And you know,
Djokovic.
I'm sorry, Jokic. I get Jokic and I get the tennis player and the basketball player.
They're both called the Joker.
Yeah, they both look excessively similar.
Okay, so I'm going to call this guy Jokic. All right, and we'll call the other guy Joker. So yeah, all right. So Jokic and the Nuggets.
And Mr. Jokic, if you're listening, this is all in jest.
It's really not. You're horrible, and I hope you get that in your
He's
head.
gonna win the MVP.
And when you go out and play, I want you to just think of nothing but me calling you Jokic.
He nearly averaged a triple
I want
double
you
in
to
the
be.
first round.
I want play angry, Jokic.
Oh,
Play
boy.
angry.
You don't want that, Jeffco.
Oh no, I do, because that's when you make mistakes.
He propelled his team
Bill
over.
Murray taught us anything he taught us. Don't drive angry. Come on, Phil. Puxatony, not you. Don't drive angry.
He
Did you
propelled his
ever see the movie?
Groundhog's
Yeah.
Day? Groundhog's Day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then you get
Very good.
all right,
Very
finally
good.
something he's seeing.
They recently did an updo on that one, and it's very good. It's called
An
Palm
updo?
Springs on Hulu.
Oh no, is it seriously, or
It's tremendously
is
good.
it a ripoff, or is it like a different movie altogether?
It's got the same idea, but it's
Oh.
completely its own.
I ain't watching it.
So it
I-
has its own identity,
I spent enough time in Palm Springs.
but the storyline is similar, is what I'm
Yes,
hearing you say.
yes.
Okay.
It's tremendous.
And it's called Palm Springs.
Palm Springs.
Does it have that actor in there, Jeff Bloom?
No, it does not.
Jeff Bloom, he
Acting
lives
like
in the
he knows
Palm
how to do radio.
Eh?
He's on there. He can't hear us. Anyway,
Sure.
so the odds, I guess, are in our favor tonight, which always makes me nervous. And
Yeah.
now, again, I don't speak degenerate gambler speak, but Phoenix at minus 4.5 What does that mean?
4.5 point favorite.
So they're the favorite.
Yes,
And-
they should win by 4 or 5 points.
So the over-under is 220.5. What do you? And I do understand that. So what do you got on the over-under?
I think it's
220
going
and a
to be
half.
over. I think that both teams can score here, and you'll find defense not withstanding.
So the
But-
best defense is going to be their offense.
But don't you think that they're going to have to shut down the Joker? And don't you
I'm
think?
sorry, Jokic.
Okay,
Joker
Jokic.
plays center.
Jokic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Jokic.
tomato. Don't you think there's going to have to be some defense played here?
There will be in spurts. Certain players on each team can certainly give you a form of D. But look,
Excuse me?
Well,
Yeah.
the Sun certainly can. Yeah.
yeah, of course. Jay Crowder is certainly a defensive wing on the presence out there, but he's only going to be able to do so much against both Michael Porter Jr. and Jokic. I just think that
You mean Potter is Michael Potter from the
Nope.
Lopes.
No,
Michael
he-
Potter.
He also plays
I thought
for
that
the
guy.
Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, I
Michael
didn't know.
Porter
Yeah.
Jr. He's the guy that the Suns passed up for Mikal Bridges. Then remember he had a bad back a couple years ago. He's really developed into a strong offensive player. Doesn't offer a lot of defense.
How's his back?
His back right there so
Yeah.
far has held up pretty well.
All right, so we know where to hit him, Jeff.
Yeah, right in the back.
Yeah,
Did
absolutely.
you just call me Jeffy?
No, I said Jeffrey.
Oh,
I heard
okay.
Jeffy.
Easy there.
Jeffy.
I gotta say Randy. Oh, well, that doesn't work.
He hasn't
Damn
heard,
it.
he hasn't heard it in this arena at work.
888-368-1580. SOL says, sup?
Sup, SOL?
Too early to tell. I
Monday.
have no idea what's up.
Yeah.
Good Cat says, burn in hell, Lakers. Well, no, that's done, Good Cat. It's time for a
Yeah.
brand new song. This is
Right.
something that Randy and I worked on
Yeah.
when we were at lunch today without Phil.
Hope we're ready for this.
Yep.
Unplanned, I heard.
Burn in hell, Nuggets. Burn in hell, Nuggets. Shut the hell up, Phil.
And
See,
here I was
that's
worried it might not
beautiful.
sound anything like the first.
No, it's a totally different
It's-
song.
yeah,
Calling this Burn in Hell the reprise.
If there's one thing to enjoy about the song, at least it's not Burning Hell Denver.
Mm.
Then I would have a problem with it.
Well,
We could-
the Broncos.
Yes.
We could probably pull that off, right?
Burn
In hell,
Denver.
Broncos. No,
Oh.
let's go Broncos.
Oh, Broncos.
If we're gonna punch
Well,
him in the throat, I
that
want to punch
doesn't have
him
any-
directly in the throat.
Well, I mean, we say Denver, we're picking up the Nuggets and the Broncos.
Well, I was born in Colorado. I'd kind of like to just punch straight at what hurts Phil.
Hmm.
So, can we do that?
No, all right.
Burn in hell, Broncos. Burn in hell, Broncos.
Well, absolutely. don't.
Shut the hell up, Phil.
Yep.
Especially when we're singing. So,
You can on the label you can put featuring Filthy Phil.
no, there's no free.
No.
We can edit you out in post.
No.
Mr. Wilbur says, guys, get off Phil. Okay, well, I can't.
Excuse
read
me?
that. Machinist says, it's okay, Phil. Nothing wrong with a Hummer from Montgomery. What?
Excuse me?
What?
I'm glad everybody's
I-
had a wonderful weekend.
Because those Hummers do not get very good gas mileage, Machinist. I'm just saying.
That's what I heard.
Senior Wake and Bake says, sup, duo? Hey, filibuster. Guess who's not playing tonight? Jerky boys. Go Suns. Thunder Snow says, the Suns have quite the challenge ahead going from scrotum to jock itch. Yes,
Wow.
absolutely right. And I'll tell you what, this kind of worries me. I think this is going to be a thing that will tire the Suns out. They win this series. I think it's going to go 6 or 7 again.
Oh yeah, there's no. I would be utterly shocked if we saw either a sweep or a gentleman's sweep. In
I-
either
I-
Could you
direction.
stop even saying
I got the
gentlemen's
I got the
sweep?
Suns in 6.
You got the Suns.
I
in
got
six?
Suns in 6.
Pretty fairly confident. Fairly confident.
I got the Suns in 5, 6, 7, whatever it takes. Yeah, I
220,
got the
221.
Yeah,
whatever it takes.
Large Marge says, if the Lakers won, Phil wouldn't be trying to help you, Rando. Just saying, he was obnoxious. Don't you forget it. By the way, it's not 0 right now. We just eliminated the defending world champions
Yeah.
in the first round.
Yeah.
Suns shocked the world.
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah, how does that feel?
Amounts to
not-
nothing if you don't win.
I'm not ready to really crow on that one, Large Marge, because the injuries. Because Anthony Davis, his groin was hurt, and LeBron James is like 78 years old in basketball years. So who did we really beat? It wasn't that impressive. And that's-
We beat the Lakers and we
As
beat
Phil
LeBron,
says-
LeBron James and might I say this? Might I add this to the list of who we beat? All of those so-called know-it-all pundits, talking heads that are on every channel saying the Lakers were going to win this series.
yeah,
How about we all of those losers as
Mhm.
well?
true story. True. The moist one says, "Bird in hell, John Denver." You might be right.
It doesn't work.
It's usually those quiet guys. You're like, he's such a nice guy. There are probably so many dead bodies strewn across this country that died at the hands of John Denver serial killer / folk singer. I would not be surprised.
If we were to
How
go,
many shallow graves?
good Lord.
They had to be shallow because he was in a hurry because he had a gig to get to.
As impressive as it is to beat the Lakers in the first round, if you don't justify it with the championship or at the very least a Western Conference championship,
Doesn't matter.
Well,
We beat the Lakers.
I'm sorry. I tried to help you out, Phil. Whatever you got,
See what I'm
now,
saying?
You got coming.
do you
to
remember what year the Knicks made it to the finals without
the
Patrick Ewing?
Suns last
They
year?
shot.
You
What
remember what
does that
year
do?
you last got laid? No, we don't. Nobody does. Nobody remembers.
The
Laid off
Suns
2021.
last year were in the bubble and did not make the playoffs. And this year they're the number 2 seed.
There was a term we used to use in radio for that, from worst to first. I don't know if they use that in other places. From worst to first, Phil.
I think the Suns have done
They were
everything
worse.
they need to do. Everything
Damn
else
bad.
that you have right now going on is just buttercream icing on the cake. Or if you like the whipped cream icing, I suppose that's
God damn it. Now I just want ice cream. Anybody got any ice cream?
You guys can get it tomorrow. before
Ice
the
cream
show.
sandwiches.
Chief gave me a bottle of whiskey. It's on my desk.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
What kind of whiskey?
Oh, I'd have to go get it. It's one I haven't heard of, but
It
he
had a
says it's
T and
very
an
good.
X
Go
on
get
the
it.
label.
I'll go get it.
No,
don't
stay
touch
right
it. You don't
there.
know.
Stay right there.
I think it was Texas whiskey.
Yeah, I think so.
TX, or either it was heavily taxed.
Sipping whiskey, he said.
I don't. He said that. He said that in passing to me, and I'm like, wait, what? Well, you don't sip whiskey. You drink the damn whiskey. You don't. You sip maybe. No, you don't even sip that. I was gonna say a beer. You don't sip beer.
No.
Yeah, the purpose for a beer or for whiskey, drink it with intention. You know, you should walk with intention, and you should drink with intention. There's no reason to sit there and go, well, I declare this is some kind of day. So drink the damn thing.
Like a New Orleans debutante.
Well. I don't know what I would do if I want for. Come on, man. Drink the damn thing. Just the Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. I think the Suns stand a good chance against the Nuggets. Oh, I agree. And I do think they'll win this series. It's just not going to be an easy one. Season stats between the two are fairly even, especially DeAndre. He's kept Jokic somewhat in check, and DeAndre actually gets better stats than Jokic. Well, that's all fine and good, but come on now. This is a team that beat the Suns more than the Suns beat them in the regular season.
Well, yeah, but
2-1.
But the 3 games that we played, it was 3 games. Yeah, the 3 games we played against Denver were early on in the season, and the Denver had the fully realized roster. They don't have a fully realized roster right now.
No,
They lost
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray, who's a big piece of that offense. So if Jokic is going to be a superstar, he needs to rise above now and stand tall. And I don't think there's not a whole lot of other pieces that are going to help him do that.
To offset that, though, the Nuggets since then have acquired Aaron Gordon. So the Phoenix Suns have not seen this iteration.
Is that
of the
the
Denver
Gordon's
Nuggets.
fisherman?
No, he
No.
has no fish sticks that I
He
have.
showed up wearing that yellow rain
was gonna
jacket. I
say.
thought the same thing.
Aaron Gordon, the Gordon's
pretty
fisherman. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
I
pretty
get it.
slick, but he doesn't own any fish sticks, nor do I think he eats fish sticks on the regular.
Who doesn't eat fish sticks?
The hell's
I've
wrong
eat-
with
I've
that?
eaten fish sticks in the
made
past
out
2
of
months.
fish.
They're processed fish.
They are processed fish, but yet Aaron Gordon possesses many hops,
Mhm.
many fantastic
Oh,
dunks,
so
and
he's
a
a
lot
brewer.
of athleticism.
If he has hops, he would be like a brewer.
Oh God, is he another IPA?
Is he a
I'm so
brewmaster?
sick of all these IPAs. They're
No,
such
no.
trash.
No, he is.
I don't know. It's sort of too citrusy for me, but I really like a hoppy beer.
Hey, why don't you shut the bleep up and hand me a Guinness? Yeah, I don't care about your stupid IPAs.
We shall see.
What were we talking about?
The Nuggets are
Nuggets.
rearing to attack.
Speaking of nuggets, I had some Chick-fil-A on Saturday. Finally got
Did
some.
you?
I haven't had Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets in the longest time.
On Sunday.
No, Saturday.
Oh.
It can't be Sunday.
That's what
Yeah,
confused me.
Saturday. Yeah. Oh, they were so good. 820. And I started to feel guilty, so I left the other 10 in the box. my wife had them later. She was surprised there was 10. So I was a good boy. Sorry, what were you talking about?
I was talking about how the Nuggets are well positioned, and the one thing about the Ayton versus Jokic stats, yes, of course, Jokic
Jokic.
is gonna no
Say it
Jokic.
right. Say it right.
I refuse to say it your way. It's incorrect and it's insulting.
See,
to the man.
well, yeah, that's a purpose. That's the whole point, Phil. I know you can't get on board with us trash talking our opponent because it's not your opponent anymore. But you know,
Was it ever my opponent?
it would have been if you hadn't been a turncoat Benedict Arnold some bitch.
There is that.
Mhm.
But look, Jokic, he's going to have tremendous offensive
I've had
numbers.
Mountain Dew today.
Have you? I can't tell.
Do you have an endless amount of supplies with which to distract the conversation, or are you grasping at straws at this point?
No, I've got an endless supply. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
You-
absolutely.
Continue.
Jokic is going to have far superior offensive numbers than DeAndre Ayton can.
Yeah, true.
DeAndre Ayton doesn't have the best defensive numbers. He's not like a Joel Embiid. He's not a
Right.
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, your
But-
matchup between Jokic and Booker is more a realistic parallel.
Sure.
I mean, as far as offense goes, but when it goes to the defense, then it changes.
Then it changes. Jokic, he will the defense there is going to really determine. Can DeAndre Ayton disturb Jokic? Can he stay in front of him and not use his speed or give up the passing lanes that Jokic provides just naturally because of the gifted passer that he is, and also the ability that he can shoot the three? Can Jokic defend from the arc? We shall see. That will be a lot of where the game is deployed.
If I went to a Suns game and I had a sign that said, "Get Jokic, Ayton," do you think they'd understand?
No.
But we would.
Oh, well, I mean, if they listen to the show,
Yeah.
they would understand.
Yeah, get Jokic. You go get him. Get Jokic.
Hmm.
I think we'd be asked to leave
Probably.
again. Good Cat says, Randy, have you tried Michter's small batch bourbon or Widow Jane bourbon?
Neither one of those sound familiar. I'll have to give it a try. Michter's Small Batch and Widow Jane's Bourbon. Okay.
Fed Fan says, Randy's right. The last time we played Denver was in January. You're
Yeah,
right.
it's
Yeah.
been
So
a
it's a bit of a
long
different
time.
look. It's a bit of a different look. All right. So, oh, by the way, Fed Fan, a little bit later, we will be talking some tennis. I actually have
What?
3 different tennis things to talk about.
I'm shook.
And I need Fed Fan to be listening because I have questions.
Wow.
Because I don't understand the game
I-
of tennis as much as she does or anyone else.
Miracles really do happen, Fed Fan.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of different sports to talk about. It's not just about the Suns today. Here's
Thank
a question before we go to break. It's what I said on the Twitter there when we posted up the thing, which by the way, sorry, Randy, you would have been in that picture with me in the Suns Gorilla if you
Mhm.
hadn't been drinking and sloshed or if the owner stand at the Phoenix Open that year.
Well, yeah, there was that.
And Phil, you weren't even on the show. So you
I
couldn't
wasn't
be in the
even
picture.
born.
Wish I could have remembered what happened in that tent.
That's what I'm saying. So what was I saying? Oh, right. The question is, all right, so are the Suns a one and done, or are the Suns going to win this series? That's what I want to know from you
Mm.
guys. 888-368-1580. We'll take a break. We'll come back, get caught up on the text line, and then we got a lot of stuff to talk about beyond the Suns. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Jess's 30-minute bike boot camp? I guess it's that kind of day.
Are you ready for a total body workout, Peloton fam?
I am.
We'll start the class on the bike and then move to the floor. Let's get it.
With Peloton instructors right in your home,
Are you feeling it yet? Let's keep pushing for 5.
you have motivation that's ready when you are.
Clip off that bike and meet me on the mat for lunges.
I got this.
You showed up today, Peloton. Who's feeling sweaty and strong?
Definitely me.
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture the Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard. You see 2 iconic treats blending together in a mesmerizing swirl of pieces of Thin Mints cookies, Cool Mint, and world-famous DQ soft serve. You smile the biggest smile you've ever smiled. It's a double smile because your 2 favorites, DQ and Girl Scout Thin Mints, are together in one delicious treat. And the only reason you stop smiling is so you can start eating. The Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard, exclusively at DQ. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve with our affordable Open for Business advertising package. You'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com, click the link for the Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Tandoori Times, an authentic Indian bistro, welcomes you to the gateway of India cuisine found here in the Valley of the Sun. 2 locations, Tandoori Times in Scottsdale since 2005 at 14891 North Site Boulevard, formerly located at Hayden and Via de Ventura. In Glendale since 2007 at 5626 West Bell Road. Enjoy ethnic, robust Indian cuisine from the northern frontiers of India. Full bar with exotic specialty cocktails and available patio seating. Belly dancing every Saturday night at 7 at both locations. Tandoori Times customers love the tandoori chicken, chicken tikka masala, chicken makhani, lamb chops, dal makhani, Sag Paneer. Try the great choices of gluten-free and vegan dishes. Tandoori Times offers delicious daily lunch specials from 11:30 till 2:30. Both locations offer a full kids menu. Come and celebrate the cuisine of the authentic Indian bistro at Tandoori Times in Scottsdale and Glendale. TandooriTimes.com. That's TandooriTimes.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic is now your exclusive home for the six-time world champion
Indoor Football League's
Arizona Rattlers.
Tune in to The Fanatic for all of the fast-paced, hard-hitting action.
Listen as the Arizona Rattlers vie for the playoffs and their seventh championship in team history. Arizona Rattlers football, exclusively on your new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
The Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. What's going on this weekend? Anything happen this weekend? What's going on this weekend?
Well, it's the All-Star weekend for the NASCAR. They're headed to Dallas, outside of Dallas at the Texas Motor Speedway.
Do they have a little home run derby competition type stuff?
No, they have a race called the All-Star Open, in which a lot of people that did not qualify for the All-Star race will get a chance to race their way
Sounds
in.
like they're not stars then if they didn't qualify.
Well, they're all stars, but they're not all stars.
And I graciously declined my invitation.
Oh, very good.
Wanted
Yeah.
to let somebody else.
That's
get a
very
chance.
big of you there.
Well, I know this much. We will air the All-Star race.
The All-Star race will be live here on the Flamethrower.
Yeah, at 2 p.m. on Sunday.
Nice.
That's when the broadcast starts, according
Very
to
nice.
what I see on this calendar.
Now, the great thing about this race, everybody needs to understand, this is not a normal roundy-round race. This is a race.
Loop-de-loops?
No.
Oh.
This is a race where there are no points. There is nothing but $1 million cold,
now
hard
you're
cash
talking.
money on hand. That's
Now
it.
you're talking.
These guys are out there. It's either checkers or wreckers, as they say in the industry. Either they win it all or they go home on the back of a record truck.
Wow. All right. Well, that sounds fun. So that's on this radio station, 2 p.m. Sunday here on 1580 The Fanatic.
And did you hear?
There's more?
Did you hear that you can still get tickets to the NASCAR Championship weekend out at Phoenix Raceway? If you did not hear, they have opened up all of the restrictions. And so now all the grandstand can be sold. The infield experience can now be sold, so you can get down in there and those walkways in the garage areas. The campgrounds have been opened up. And so all of that is now available, and it's available by calling 866-408-RACE or go to phoenixraceway.com.
There you go. 888-368-1580. Large Marge says, can we start a fund to send the Suns a 50-gallon drum of Tenactin? We can dip DeAndre Ayton in it before every game. What?
Tenactin.
Why? Does he have really bad...
For the jock itch?
Oh, to keep the jock itch off him. Sorry. Took me a moment there, Large Marge. Yeah, get the jock itch.
Get the Tenactin.
Thunder Snow says, what about Mrs. Paul? Oh, what a nice bass. Oh, yeah, got it. The Gorton's fisherman. Thank you. Against the spread says, gentlemen, LeBron is not in Cancun right now. In fact, he's hanging at LAX every night. He had blue lights installed on his forehead to encourage the best free agents to land right there in LA. Wow.
On fire today.
Prison Wallet says fish sticks are not kosher. Is that a problem
They are delicious.
Who's that a problem for?
Is that a problem for you, Jeffrey?
Not a problem for me.
Is that a problem? Phil, is that a problem for you?
I could care less.
And I got news for you, Prison Wallet. There's not a Jewish person I know that doesn't love bacon. Every single Jewish person I know loves bacon. I will not name them by name just in case.
But it may be a forbidden love.
That's their problem. Last Optimist says, found these nuggets on my road trip across the United States this week. I'm enjoying your show from Florida right now. And oh, you know what? Who brought me some of these ones? I think Chief did once. Beaver Nuggets and Bucky's Nuggies. Beaver Nuggets. It's kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It's like kind of like
soft and squishy.
Corn puff cereal sort of thing. But
full of meat.
No, there's no meat. There's zero meat. Yeah, but whatever they are, they look very like a nice snack. Anything's better. Anything is better than pork rinds.
Really?
The chief was eating some pork rinds the other day. I said,
Yeah.
you realize you're eating a pig sunburn. Basically, you're peeling and eating a pig sunburn right there. I mean, he didn't care, but I can't eat those things. Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, did Phil get the tattoo?
Not yet.
No, that is our second thing that we got to discuss today.
I think you should wait till after it's over for
And
the
Randy
Suns.
says I should get it as soon as possible.
That's another question. I
I mean,
guess.
yeah, I mean, look, the bet was for the Lakers Suns. That
Yeah.
series is now over.
Oh, I know, but now does it jinx the Suns, him having a logo on him? Now he's a Lakers fan.
I don't believe in
This is
that.
the question. Yeah, we got to ask the fourth dimension.
All right, fair enough. Maybe I'll even put a Twitter poll up. Should you get the tattoo,
now.
or after the Suns have finished winning the finals?
Hmm.
So let's
Winning the finals.
well,
he
you
said.
shut your mouth, Phil. Boomer Sooner says, good day, Daily Blender. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. Boomer Sooner softball team just completed winning 4 in a row after losing the opener. And now they're in the finals of the Women's College World Series.
Yeah.
Could I have a beer and a boomer, please?
Well, I mean, I'll give you a boomer. Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer. Sooner softball girls just won.
Well, not the
Yep.
John Madison one.
Just they're doing high fives as we're speaking right now.
They
But
just won.
Here's
Game's
the thing.
over.
It's okay to do Boomer Sooners anytime you want now because both GCU and ASU
Yeah.
have found their ways out of their respective divisional
Yeah.
playoffs. So
Yeah.
GCU didn't do so good. ASU did pretty good. And then like right there at the getting in the championship, they got taken down. So
Yeah, and then the ASU coach didn't do so good after he got home either.
I didn't hear that.
He's been relieved of his duties.
Wow.
And ASU is
Yeah.
looking for a new baseball chief of operations.
Yeah, I believe he flipped it to say he's retiring.
Yeah.
But either way, he's no
He's
longer there.
24. You can't fire me. I retire.
Oh, be reasonable. You're 24.
Helaman Mike says, so have you made the appointments? Well, no, that's what we were talking about. And I can't read a lot of what you said next after that, Helaman Mike, but he does say Suns in 6.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I think that's a good call.
Thunder Snow says he should get it ASAP because he might be gone next week.
Could be.
Last Optimist says, wait till the season's over so we can get the series. They can get that series. The last one was as a part of it. I think he's just saying wait. The rest of it kind of got.
I think he's trying to. What he's trying to do is do that Super Bowl ring where on the inside they always list the scores of each round and the full playoff series, and so that's what he's
See,
trying to
now wait,
incorporate.
this is
The
interesting.
Suns world champions.
Well, this would be interesting. I agree with that to a point. I think Phil should get the Suns logo. And personally, I like the throwback logo, the number 2 that was on that list. If you didn't see it, I think it's on our Twitterverse there at 1580thefanatic.com.
I think,
Or 1580 the Fanatic on Twitter, I think.
or one of our Twitters.
Yeah.
I'm Radio Pal 1580.
At Radio Randy 777, Filthy Speedo.
No, but nobody cares.
Filthy Phil Speedo.
Actually, no, they do. They probably want to go
Filthiness.
yell at him. So it's at Filthy Speedo. That's with a PH for Phil.
Yes.
I was going to say underneath it, he should put the series Suns beat Lakers and then put the series there.
So here's the deal.
4 games to what was 2?
No, watch this. Watch me work. All right. So here's your choice, Phil. You get it now with just the regular logo, or you get it after with what he just said.
I don't think that was ever in the terms.
Oh, come on, Phil. Have some fun.
Have some fun.
It's just
It's just
something
your
that'll be on your
skin.
arm forever.
Yeah.
It's like,
What are you, a baby?
make a big deal out of it. Jeez, if I known you're gonna be like this.
I'll still respect the super fans' decision on whether or not I should get it now, because I don't want to be a jinx. I don't want to be accused of being a jinx. So if they en masse say that I should get it as soon as possible, I'll respect that. If they want me to wait until the Suns are knocked out, or
Did he say that he has to wear a mask? Why did he say on mask?
I don't know.
en masse,
What's that?
en masse, like in.
No,
in
he's talking.
droves.
He's talking French again.
He's going to go and he's talking French.
I think so.
Oh,
I
I
do
thought
love
he was going to
croissants.
go into to like one of those Catholic masses.
Right. That's what I thought.
And
from
have
one
the
too. Light a
tattoo thing
candle.
going. Yeah.
and
The hell's going on?
Somebody told
A
me
nun
that.
will sit there.
Right.
And then the priest will be over him. Dominos, Labiscus,
Mhm.
Lakers, Suckus. Yeah, you know.
Somebody got angry at me yesterday when I said croissants were the best form of bread.
Yeah, because
Wow.
croissants, are they really bread? Yeah, maybe they could be considered. No, all right. Okay. To be bread, there has to be yeast in the rising, and with the way the croissants rise,
Now
is
wait,
maybe
Jeffrey.
different. So
Jeffrey, let's not give any credit to the French.
that's a good point. You're
Yeah.
right. Okay, it's not bread. It's not bread.
So
Well-
I'm guessing French toast is out of the question.
Well, no, that's bread.
Mm.
Yeah. Large Marge says if he gets anything, if he gets it and anything bad happens, I'll
Yeah.
blame you, Phil.
Wow.
And do you really want to take that chance?
I guess that if I'm being threatened, no.
Well, I didn't read the part where he said he'd kill you. I
Mm.
edited that out. I'm not kidding. He says, I will blame you, Phil, and then I will kill you.
And then I will
And then it says, just kidding, movie line. So I guess that's a line from a movie.
Yeah, line from a movie, an innocuous movie. I'm sure you hit
Which
it right. on the
movie
head.
would that be, Large Marge? Because
Everyone that Large Marge watches.
Yeah, Steven Seagal starred in many of them.
Jagdog says, Phil, bigger letdown for you personally. Lakers losing first round or the Broncos going winless this year?
The Broncos aren't going winless. They're going to probably get Aaron Rodgers midway through the season once he
Wow.
announces his retirement, and the Packers know
There's
that
no
they'll get a
midway.
winner
If
first.
he retires, he can't come back until the next season.
Mm-hmm.
It says where?
It's a
In the-
rule.
I don't think that
NFL
that's a
rule
rule.
book.
It's in the Bible. Read
Yeah.
it.
No,
Maybe if you read a Bible, you'd have it. You know, I'm sorry you're a heathen. The rest of us, we went to Sunday school.
Let me go to the nearest hotel.
Just a tip says, Randy, is NASCAR inverting the starting lineups in the All-Star race?
Yeah, it's crazy. If you go through all there's going to be a series of races like heat races that's going to set up the field, and then they're going to invert the field. So yeah, I mean, if you listen this week to the race setup Friday night, Chief and I will explain all the details. But yeah, it's crazy. They're going to be using some really cool new techniques, which are not new at all, really. If you go to any dirt track, like if you went out to one of the dirt tracks around the valley here, in the heat races, the fastest qualifiers invert to the back. So these guys don't just run away from the field. You got to work at it. And I love the idea. I think it's fantastic.
So would you say that the listeners who have a hard time hearing the program and they up the volume, are they turning up the heat?
Wow. But that was a long way to go for nothing, Phil. God. Wow. Well,
Wow.
Well, let's mark time of death. 334, Daily Blender on a
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
Head full of steam, hit the wall, died on impact.
Are they turning up the heat?
Should we just go to break now? I mean, I know it's 4 minutes early, but
Is
how
there
are we-
any really saving of that?
so bad, Phil?
Mm.
So bad.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure
You're
you
the
do,
only
but
one.
We're the ones out here suffering. Fed Fan says croissants are fantastic food. I didn't say I don't like a croissant. I'm just
Yeah.
not sure it's actually bread. It's
Yeah.
a bread-like material, I
Yeah.
guess.
I know Fed Fan supports me.
You know what else isn't bread? Ethiopian bread. Oh, no. That's not a joke. Have you ever had it? It's like this weird spongy. I
Oh,
actually
is that like pita bread?
kind of, but like moist and not good. Yeah, I went to an Ethiopian restaurant once, had an Ethiopian beer, not good, and I had some Ethiopian food. I left hungry. And then there was some Ethiopian bread, which was a spongy, sort of dimply, weird thing.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to dip it, man. You got to dip it.
Well, I did, but it didn't help. It was,
I didn't say it would.
I
What
don't
did you dip it in?
just eat-
Did they have like cicada sauce or?
Eventually, I started dipping it in the nasty beer. That it was. I don't think there's a shortage of food in Ethiopia. I just think it's so bad. They're like, I'll pass. But you're starving. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, God, we can't make.
No,
this
listen,
joke.
I had a cracker like 3 weeks ago. I'm good. Don't make me eat that Ethiopian.
God.
It's horrible.
God.
What? It's a true story. I ate it. It was horrible.
And just when I thought there wasn't a line we could cross,
Mm.
we went into
What
world
line?
hunger.
What line?
He just speaks the truth.
Last Optimist says if Aaron Rodgers retires, his contract is paused, and whenever he comes back, his contract resumes. So retiring is not going to allow him to break his contract with the Packers.
Right.
But
That's not 100% true
Yeah.
there either. Le'Veon Bell certainly tested that theory out, and he got a year accrued on his contract. Even though it was a franchise tag, it's still accrued underneath. So there are ways that they would challenge it and maybe potentially be able to at least put a year accrued. He just wouldn't be able to receive any of that money, I believe.
I think you guys are really bad for calling Aaron Rodgers crude.
well, he is kind of crude.
Well, did you hear Phil? He said you.
Did you see him
you're
in
crude.
Hawaii? That
Yeah.
slopped back
He's
greasy
all,
mess.
yeah, just
The guy's on vacation having fun. You know what? Good for him.
Who's that dude he was with?
That dude?
Yeah, who's
Are you
that
talking
dude?
That
about
was his
Shailene
fiance.
Woodley, his fiance, his
Oh, yeah,
beautiful fiance?
Yeah, that's the one. 888-368-1580. Good Cat says, invert the field. How
Yeah.
are they going to stay on the track if they flip the track over upside
No,
down? Do they
no.
use magnets?
No.
What is this sorcery?
No, that means the fastest cars move to the back of the field and the slower cars move to the front of the field.
Well, I like Good Cat's version better.
Yeah.
Boomer
I knew you
Sooner
would.
says, Jeffrey, did the powers that be technicians get the problem fixed? I've got a whole 20 minutes and no fade out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we did get that taken care of on Friday later on in the day, and we should be okay now. But listen, things are at work to make 1580 even better. So you may have some periods of time where guys are working on stuff, but like I said, try to make sure you have a backup, which is the 1580 The Fanatic app. So you can get that at 1580thefanatic.com.
I got this under control, Jeffrey. Watch this. Sun flares.
Make sure to cover all your apps.
I think we owe more to them than just saying sun flares.
You know, the damn cable company doesn't owe anything to me. They just say, sorry, Mr. White, sun flares.
Cable company says that?
Well, satellite company.
Oh.
But that's why I cut the cord. Now I don't have that.
It still counts.
Now
if
you
have
know
a
what they tell me
satellite.
it is? High internet traffic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cox Communications is horrible.
Yeah.
Justice Tep says, let's compromise on Filthy's tattoo dilemma. Get him several different Suns tattoos. The fourth dimensional vote on which one he keeps, and we'll just scratch off the others.
Oh, nice.
Like
I like it.
Like with
Phil?
a nickel, you just kind of scratch it off like that.
Everybody bring your quarters. We're going to scratch off some tattoos on Phil.
Some tell me Phil might like that. I don't think we should do that.
Mm.
He'll enjoy it.
Well, I mean, anytime you're
as long as it's quarters. not
I
nickels.
I know.
Ooh, maybe
If there's
even
somebody who'd
dimes.
like to be rubbed off, it's Phil. You just got to be careful. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the #1 producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
You retire only once, so you've got to stick the landing. There are many choices to make when you retire, but choosing the right advisor might be the most important one you ever make. The right advisor can help you avoid mistakes, avoid income shortfall later in life, and help you grow your money with smarter investments. To retire comfortably, you need to know that all your bills are paid, your investments are well chosen, and your income is secure for life. The IQ Wealth Smarter Bucketing System does all of this for you by separating your money into clear and distinct buckets, each with its own specific task and time deadline. You retire only once, but Steve Jurich at IQ Wealth Management helps people retire and stay retired every day.
Advisory services by IQ Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor, custodian Fidelity. Get smart and decisive in 2021. Let's meet soon. Visit IQWealth.com, IQWealth.com, IQWealth.com.
These last few months have reinforced just how unpredictable the world is increasingly becoming. Right now, we're seeing market highs in the face of economic lows. Professional investors are wisely positioning their portfolios to protect against possible market downturns while still benefiting from the current bull market. So should you. Register for Online Trading Academy's complimentary 3-hour class, Protection from the Election. This new class will explore strategies to protect wealth from instability and capture profits during both bull and bear cycles. Call 844-877-2337 to reserve your complimentary seat in Protection from the Election. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Classes are available in Scottsdale, Chandler, or Peoria. Call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996. Again, call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
The Fanatic.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And I was kind of looking down the roster, looking at comparisons between the Suns and the Nuggets. They play tonight, 7 p.m., and I saw a name. Monty Morris.
Yeah.
Wait, is that one of the Morris twins, or is this a different Morris?
No, I don't think he's a part of the same family.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to say, that'd be weird to play against one of them and then the next game play against the other one.
Yeah, I don't think Monty Morris was a part of the Marquise and Markeith Morris clan.
All right, good to know. I only in this entire planet like one Monty. The rest can just go right to hell. I like Monty, the coach of the Suns.
Yeah.
Every other Monty, suck it, Monty. By the way, if your name is Monty and you're listening, and I haven't met you yet, and you don't button your polo shirt all the way up to the top, I apologize. I just don't know you yet. So anyway,
but I'm sure he hates you too.
Yeah, probably. 888-368-1580. So, all right. So that's not one of the Morris brothers. That's cool.
I don't think. I could be wrong. Maybe the fourth dimension can let me know.
I
don't think so.
Random texter, you're right. Monty Python. All right.
You like him.
There's two Montys that I like.
Yeah.
Monty Python and Monty Williams.
What about Monty Python's Flying Circus? I know when I had them
Same
come over
thing.
my house, the Flying Circus left stuff all over the place.
No, it's still
I mean, just absolute slop.
Same thing. It's the same thing. By the way, did anybody see this coming, that the Clippers would actually come from behind and beat the Mavericks?
Absolutely not.
I didn't.
Well, I mean, I did. I think Dallas was outmatched in this series. And to be honest with you, I thought the Clippers were the best team. Why they couldn't seem to rise above is beyond me. I don't understand. And I don't expect them to move on past the Utah Jazz for sure. I mean, if Luka Doncic does not have the game he had last night, the Clippers lose and Dallas goes and moves on.
Well, the Mavericks. We got. Didn't we say how they kind of sucked during the season, though? Didn't we? Weren't we like joking about that?
Yeah, they led their division and they still had a pathetic division record.
Yeah, and that's why it was odd to me that the Clippers were being beaten by them in this series. There was only one. One home victory, one home team victory, and that was last night.
The first time in the NBA where the first 6 games of an NBA series all went to the away team.
Right.
And it would have been, of course, the first one had the Mavericks won, that all 7 went there. But now we remain with the Clippers finally taking home 1 victory.
And the Clippers became the 5th team in league history to lose the first 2 games at home and then come back and win the series. So that was just bizarre. I really... going into the weekend was like, well, that's it for the Clippers. Then I didn't even pay attention after that. So I saw this morning. I'm like, what the hell just happened there? So congratulations to all you Clipper fans. Hey, at least somebody's going to be playing at the Staples Center now.
Ooh,
just saying. It's not Lakers.
Wow.
It's the Clippers. Fed fan says, you hate Monty Hall? Well, he's dead. So it doesn't.
You don't really hate Monty Hall, though.
He's dead. Boogie says, full Monty? Yeah, I don't want to see that. So
but I mean, that's one of your favorite moves.
No, 0%. Never seen it.
You do.
I will not see
no.
It. I don't want to see a bunch.
No,
of
you're not
dudes.
hearing me. That's one of your favorite bedroom moves.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say it's one of my favorite movies.
You like to bring out the full Monty, don't you?
I don't even call it that.
Huh? You're like, hey.
Yeah.
Huh?
No. You know, I call it toothbrush surprise. Woo! That's she's
toothbrush surprise.
Well, she's brushing her teeth, and then she kind of looks at me in the mirror and was just like shakes her head. She's like, "No, that's it's." I didn't say it worked. Toothbrush surprise. Just I get just like I get sort of a disapproving look from her and the dog, and it's just I just close the robe and go back to bed. That's fine. Got to do what I got to do. Mr. Pringle says, you hate Del Monte? Oh,
yeah. Now
the cup of fruit's really good. That's spelled with an E. So
the fruit and vegetable magnet.
So there's 3, and that one's iffy, Mr. Pringle.
Yeah.
Heelman Mike says, don't the Butt Nuggets have a blatant flopper named like Famunda Conqueso? What's this guy's name? Well, guys like that and Jokic, Ayton should play in a full body prophylactic.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine.
Straight striper. Whoops, the whole thing moved here. Damn it. There we go. Randy, he says.
Yes.
Are you familiar with quarter midget racing?
Yes.
Quarter midget?
Yeah.
So you're
not
saying
what you
there's
think,
even
Jeffrey.
shorter than
It's not what you think, Jeffrey.
a 25?
It's not what you think, Jeffrey.
We cleaned their track at South Mountain today. It's the smallest track I've ever seen.
Yeah. Quarter midget's a very small vehicle. They call them a quarter midget because they're smaller than a midget car, and they're a lot of fun to watch.
I'm sure they are. Straight Striper says, yeah, you don't have a problem with Monty's, Jeffrey. You got a problem with one of the Morris brothers offering your wife a python at the gas station.
What?
Yeah, it's true. Monte Carlo. I don't gamble, so yeah, I don't care about Monte.
What about the car, Monte Carlo?
Yeah, it was all right. Wasn't that good? Monte Carlos are very 70s.
All right.
Thing.
All right.
I mean, like the worst of the 70s, not the best, like the muscle cars. Last Optimist says Bell set out. He did not retire, so he got all the financial penalties that went along with sitting out. You're talking about Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Navy Brad says, hello, guys. Hope you had a great weekend. Phil, remember, I didn't say anything bad to you about the Suns and Lakers series, right? You remember that, right?
I do.
Yeah, I don't know what his point was, but that was it.
Okay.
888-368-1580. So far, 100% of people on the Twitter poll say get that tattoo now.
100%.
Wow.
Well, there's only 4 votes so far, but that's 100%.
4 people out of the fourth dimension.
100%, Phil. That's all right. We'll give it 24 hours on the poll. Yeah. Okay. Let's. Oh, can people's parents stop it?
What's happened now?
Well, was it Mac Jones, his mom,
Mac Jones,
out there twittering and Instagramming?
No, it wasn't Mac Jones. It was the guy from
the Jets.
The Jets.
Trey
no,
Lance?
Was it Trey? No, not Trey Lance. The Jets. What was his name?
Some guy that we'll never see again.
The Jets' first round pick. Anyway, it was his mom.
Right, and so
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. That's right, Mrs. Wilson. And then now, DeJounte Murray, his dad is jumping in. And we have all these players' parents jumping in and making it about themselves. And I think, is this a new thing? So here's what happened. I guess a couple weeks ago, DeJounte Murray went on Twitter and called out Harden. Said, like, hey, you tried to trip me, man. And he called him a sucker over it. And so that was just between him and Harden. Well, now DeJounte Murray's dad, Mr. Murray, he tweets this out. James Harden is out due to a hamstring injury. Karma's a bitch. Shouldn't have tried to trip my son. I don't wish injuries on anybody, but since it happened, F it. And later on, he's like, well, I guess Harden's fans got hurt in the feelings.
What the hell's going on in this? Are we talking about 2 NBA full-grown men?
Well, listen, 2 full-grown men, that's fine. But Mr. Murray is his dad.
That's what I mean.
So you've got football player dads. You've got, we've had moms across and dads across all sports jumping out and embarrassing their kids on the Twitter or Facebook. A lot of it's on Facebook. So, what do you do about this? And I was thinking about it, is this new? It's not new. But now it's in type, it's in print, because in the past, these people would sit in the stands and they would just shout this and they would tell their friends, but they would never put it up on social media. And so if somebody famous's parent does this on social media, now you got a huge PR problem. So, of course, DeJounte Murray threw his dad promptly under the bus, says, I have nothing to do with this, which is fair.
Under the bus?
Which is fair. Is absolutely fair. That's just the whole thing about parents trying to make it about themselves. And the mom was trying to make it about herself with her little videos and stuff. The dad is like, hi, in your face, James Harden. You mess with my boy.
Well, but the mom, she wasn't talking about her son, was she?
No,
was that whole thing about the son?
She was getting political, and then she was ragging on.
So that was her.
Disneyland.
So it was people that were because they got a quick peek at her at the on draft night. Thought
at first
hey,
they're like, "Hey,
she's a cougar," and then they started following her.
Right,
and then they found out all this horrific stuff.
Yeah,
but the dad of the NBA player is going out there running his mouth. I'm on board with him. I have nothing to do with this. And if I were him, I'd have been on the phone like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, you know that these kids are like, Dad or Mom, stop. And the mom sounds like somebody who's like, I have my life. You just live yours. And the dad was probably like, sorry. You're sorry, kid.
I have a feeling maybe, but he should have never. That is terrible. That is terrible.
So now DeJounte Murray's got that to deal with. Thanks, Dad. Thanks a lot.
Wow.
888-368-1580. Quarter midget racing, says random texter.
Yeah.
So Kyler Murray's favorite sport.
Let me just go ahead. You know what? I'm just going to blow the dust off this baby because I have a feeling all day today I'm going to be using it.
Navy Brad says, guys, keeper of the Grail are staring at me since you said Monty Python.
Guys.
I keep forgetting Navy Brad has like bunnies that look like the bunny from the Monty Python.
Yeah.
Heelman Mike says, talking about the Clippers, I think Leonard and George should be playing for a last name rather than a title. Yeah. Too many first names. Large Marge says, no tattoo for now. I demand a recount. Well, go to Twitter, Large Marge, at 1580 The Fanatic, and vote your vote. Bruno Baller says, Del Monte has canned some pretty good produce.
No, that is true.
Boogie says, you ever been to Tucson to see the quarter midget and half donkey show? Sometimes you make it a part. Wait, why? He's not even talking about Kyler Murray.
Uh-huh.
Why are you blowing the whistle?
Uh-huh.
He didn't know. Here's what he said. Sometimes you make it part of the halftime show when the Fighting Chalupas play football.
Yeah.
Not one thing was said about Kyler Murray.
I just have a feeling that you may have edited that on the fly.
Not edited. I encourage you to withdraw that.
I
whistle
withdraw
and
it. Then.
foul.
I withdraw it.
Okay. Can you rewind that then? Can you rewind that out so Boogie is not penalized? I don't know why I'm sticking up for Boogie. He wouldn't stick up for me.
I'm not going to rewind it. I just withdraw it.
Okay. Fine.
It was blown. It stays blown.
By the way, is Luka Donkey Itch? I'm sorry. Donkey Itch. Luka Donkey Itch.
Luka Doncic.
Yeah, that's what I said. He didn't want to swap jerseys with Paul George after the Clippers beat them.
Yeah.
So there, Paul George is over there talking to him slowly in English so he could try to understand. And what? Well, and so Luke Donkey Itch is standing there. And so Paul George is like, takes off his jersey. He says, hey, man, I got a little respect for you. Let's trade jerseys. And Donkey Itch goes, no, I'm good. And walks off.
Are you serious?
Just left him hanging.
Oh, man.
No, he sent it to him after the game.
Yeah. Well, he didn't want. He's like, I got a third nipple. I don't want to take this thing off. Come on.
Maybe he did. I don't know.
Wow. I sent him a different jersey after the game.
Maybe.
Come on, Luka Donkey Itch. Yeah, somebody wants to.
Now, being a former, not professional athlete, but being an athlete, you were an athlete. Did you not have any,
Sure.
ties to certain things? Like you had to have a specific pair of socks or a specific pair of
Can
cleats?
I just remind you that they're done for the year? The Donkey Itch is done for the year.
Oh,
since
that's
they
right.
lost. So
Yeah, that's
what
right.
good luck charm is
Yeah.
that jersey now?
Yeah.
Although I don't like the idea of
But he
players
gave 'em.
exchanging jerseys because I'd be like, here, let's exchange this instead. That's what I want to exchange.
Wow.
And get out of my face. I'm a competitor and you just beat me. I ain't happy about that. In fact, here, not just one, but two. Take two of those. Just have them. For those of you not watching on YouTube, those were middle fingers. And it's not being a poor sport. It's being a competitor. I'm just saying, don't come over here and hug me up and then try to take my damn jersey. I'm sure I'm wrong.
Don't hug me up.
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Sure, that is not in the
if the game
spirit
is
of
over,
sportsmanship anymore.
the game is over.
Yeah, the series, it was all over. So
Yeah, the game was close nearing the end around the 3-minute mark, but then it just got out of hand after a couple threes were made by
Wow.
Marcus Morris Sr., ironically.
Yep.
And I forget who the other one was, but Kawhi Leonard got a couple assists on those to get it out. So by the end of the game, it was well known who was going to be winning as we reached the closing moments. I really don't know why he wouldn't do it on the court. Maybe he's a little self-conscious. I know he's a player who played his way into shape the beginning of this year. Maybe there's some hangover from that. I don't know.
Luka Donkey Itch, he swims with the t-shirt on. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Thunder Snow just sent me a double fingers emoji. That's
Wow.
right. That's how I would do it.
Wow.
So, all right, when we come back, we're going to talk a whole lot of other stuff. I know the Suns are playing tonight. Of course, you guys can tell us what you think. Are they going to win? Are they going to lose? You want to give a score prediction, whatever you want. We're here. You're texting. We're reading. Other things we're talking about in the next hour, Julio Jones and his new home in my damn division. We got a bunch of stuff. some sports, some less and less sports, some not sports at all. Just a bunch of stuff. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Jess's 30-minute bike boot camp? I guess it's that kind of day.
Are you ready for a total body workout, Peloton fam?
I am.
We'll start the class on the bike and then move to the floor. Let's get it.
With Peloton instructors right in your home,
Are you feeling it yet? Let's keep pushing for 5.
you have motivation that's ready when you are.
Clip off that bike and meet me on the mat for lunges.
I got this.
You showed up today, Peloton. Who's feeling sweaty and strong?
Definitely me.
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com.
These last few months have reinforced just how unpredictable the world is increasingly becoming. Right now, we're seeing market highs in the face of economic lows. Professional investors are wisely positioning their portfolios to protect against possible market downturns while still benefiting from the current bull market. So should you. Register for Online Trading Academy's complimentary 3-hour class, Protection from the Election. This new class will explore strategies to protect wealth from instability and capture profits during both bull and bear cycles. Call 844-877-2337 to reserve your complimentary seat in Protection from the Election. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Classes are available in Scottsdale, Chandler, or Peoria. Call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996. Again, call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees. 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studio here in Scottsdale. Yeah, Phil, that pause is because I was eating M&Ms.
I'm sorry?
I was eating M&Ms.
No, I meant I'm sorry you're eating M&Ms.
You don't like M&Ms?
I like peanut more.
They're peanut M&Ms.
I got peanut M&Ms in here.
Wow.
Oh, man. Are they in the bowl?
No, they're in my bag right here. You want to?
Yeah, Jeffrey keeps his M&Ms in his bag.
You want to touch my bag and get some M&Ms?
I would love to touch your bag. See, you asked the wrong person.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I was thinking. 888-368-1580. And already, Helibin Mike has a question for Randy White.
Okay. Helibin Mike, go.
Hey, Randy. How do you explain the sudden domination by Hendrick Motorsports? Is it the drivers? Is it the equipment? Or is it the organization overall?
Yeah, I'd say yes to all three of those things. Hendrick has been struggling, although they won the championship last year with Chase Elliott. As a team and as an organization, they've been struggling. And so driving the Chevrolet cars have been a struggle for these for these drivers of all different organizations. But I think Hendrick being the very pinnacle of the Chevrolet teams, I think they've finally got it all together, and I think they're capitalizing on it. And listen, Kyle Larson is an amazing race driver. So you got to give him credit. He's got all the talent and all the equipment and all the money to keep it going.
There you go. As Skoll says, if you can roll a burrito, you can shoot a ball. Okay, I have no idea what that was.
Wow.
Cards Chappie says, can I change my name to Luca Donkey Itch now? No, you're Cards Chappie. Okay. That's what I like. You have a good name.
Yeah.
Roll with it. Oh, before we start talking about stuff that's just going to be silliness and not matter quite as much.
All right.
I do want to say congratulations to Greg Olson's 8-year-old son. They got him a heart transplant, and he put out a little video thanking everybody.
Yeah.
I was shocked to see him just sitting there alert and just talking that soon after getting his brand new heart in his chest.
Yeah.
That was remarkable.
Yeah, I saw. I didn't get to hear what he said, but Rich Eisen, I guess, retweeted it. That was so heartwarming to see him, talking and thanking the opportunity to have life again. So good for him. Good for the family. I think the Olson family are good people, really. Greg Olson seems to be a good dude. So
seems all right. Here's hoping, right? I always these days I get a little bit timid when I like, hey, I really like that person, and then they turn around and I don't like that person.
Yeah, I think Greg Olson's cool. It seems to
I
be
hope so.
Very level-headed. He was wonderful football player, and you love to see his son now be taken care of. That's good. That's good.
He seems like a good kid too. My wife has sent me a message on my phone. Sweetheart, what is going on? Mountain Dew, nuts in your mouth? No bueno.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. She actually typed that, but
Mountain
peanut
Dew.
M&Ms and this Mountain Dew thing. It's a rumor. I don't know what you're talking about.
Was that a real offer? Can I go in your bag and get some of your nuts?
I'm going to pour some out for you someplace, and you can go get them there. You're not going anywhere near my bag now. Senior Wake and Bake says, screw Phil. Why aren't you tattooed already? You backpedaling Welcher butt clog?
What is this?
Wow. Butt clog.
Butt clog.
That's a
The
step
bet's
too
done.
far.
Get the tattoo done.
Hey, I agree.
Benedict Phillip.
Jeez Louise.
All right, right now the poll that's on the Twitterverse there, 80% say get the tattoo now,
Yeah.
20% say wait till after the playoffs.
How many people have we?
5 people total.
10.
10
Yeah,
now.
we're 10.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, we just started doing it.
So the trend is, you got the 10 people, and it's 80-20. Yeah.
So
good.
far, polling numbers don't look good for Phil to avoid a needle for very long. Screaming Eagle says, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Jeffrey, are you worried about Jones going to the Tennessee Titans in the AFC South? To answer the question, no, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it for the same reason a lot of people didn't want Julio Jones on their team, because he's oft injured. But even if he's healthy, and A.J. Brown is over there on the other side, and old Tannehill's throwing the ball, there's some question about how effective Tannehill is with the deep ball. Now, I said to Randy in his defense, well, maybe Tannehill's deep ball numbers and stats are more indicative of not having the right person to throw to down the field, maybe not so much his own fault. So that's not really a clear picture of what Tannehill is actually able to do with the deep ball. But also, how many times are you going to throw deep when you got Derrick Henry? Yeah, so all the way around, the appearance of Julio Jones on the Titans doesn't really worry me. I feel pretty confident in the Colts defense, but that makes the Titans a harder team to beat. I'll give you that. And I'll say that I don't like the fact that Julio Jones jumped onto a team in my division. And then I like it even less when I find out you didn't need a first-round pick to get him.
And
And
a second and a fourth.
what the hell? Jalen Ramsey was like, this is all it took for a generational guy, and we were out of the Julio sweepstakes. He said we would have been unstoppable if we'd have had him. And a lot of teams are looking at this going, what? So understand something. The Falcons were probably specific on what teams they would give Julio Jones up to, that could hurt them the least. And, so of course, I don't understand why my Colts didn't go for him. We could have used another marquee wide receiver. We talked about this last week. I mentioned that. So we got cap space. We got room to work a contract. And by the way, the Titans just have absorbed that contract. They will pay that contract.
They don't need to do anything about it. But it sounds like you're trying to have your cake and eat it too, Jeffrey. Where
why wouldn't I?
I
love cake.
Yes, we know you love cakes and cookies
Too much.
and chicken nuggets. Pretty much anything with a C you like.
Yeah, sure. Well, not everything. I got to draw the line somewhere there.
Yeah. You love the Colts, and that's probably where we're going to stop.
Well, get to your damn point, kid.
My point is that look, just because he didn't land with your Colts doesn't mean that you weren't interested in him. You were interested in him for a reason.
I was.
And now that he's with the Titans, I think that you should be worried because look, Ryan Tannehill last year as an entire season, he was ranked 4th on QBR. Now look, he certainly made a resurgence.
How many of those were long ball?
How many of those were
not many of those were down more than 5 or 10 yards? And Julio Jones is a guy you want to try to hit 20 down the field.
But he didn't have that many. He didn't have that many receivers there for an option. Remember, AJ Brown did deal through early season injuries, and even at the end of the year, he was battling through an injury that they said that he should not have been playing through. And he pushed through. He manned it up. He went through an entire season. He's a tremendous receiver who you would hope and think could add durability whenever Julio Jones is not there.
I don't know why the Colts didn't go get him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Colts should have very easily been in that sweepstakes. The fact that the Titans get there, I think that this is absolutely a boost to the Titans as a whole and makes them a much deeper, much more dangerous team. They have superstar athletes both at the running back position and now at the wide receiver position. They have a superstar with Taylor Lewin over at the offensive line who can really anchor that entire offense. And Mike Vrabel, I trust as a defensive mind. He comes from the mind of Belichick, and he even played defense. I love what he's done. He's outcrafted many of the top head coaches before. This is a very dangerous team now.
Yeah, and if it had not been for what Chris Ballard did in the drafted free agency, making the Colts defense even better, I'd be really worried right now being in the same division as them. But
Do you know who your number one cornerback is right now, Jeffrey?
Cornerback?
Yeah,
or quarterback?
Cornerback.
Cornerback? No, not off the top of my head.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah,
that doesn't bode well.
We lost our hooker. Malik Hooker. We'll be fine though. I ain't worried. That defense is fine. Screaming Eagle says, well, they have defensive issues too, the Tennessee Titans.
Sure, they have defensive issues too, but nobody in that division is going to take advantage of it.
Well, with the juggernaut that is Carson Wentz, how can we go wrong?
Absolutely. Now, hold on. Why are we burying the lead here? I thought it was a done deal. I thought that
You're
Julio
getting a tattoo?
Jones, no, that is a done deal. But I thought it was going to be assured that Julio Jones, the trade had already been finalized. We had already sent the pieces off to Atlanta, that they were going to, that he was going to make it all the way to Arizona and be a part of the Cardinals, Randy.
Well, it was. I had my thing off a little bit. My expectations
He's
were
still
off a little
right.
bit. Actually, I'm still correct, Philip. If you want to look at it by the letter of the law, welcome to Arizona, Julio Jones. Unfortunately, you're playing for the damn wrong team.
Week 1, he will be on the field at State Farm Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Randy was right.
I got my lines crossed there, but I knew it was going to happen.
See, that's the worst week, Randy. You know he's going to be healthy for that one.
You know what? I don't care because
preseason is a long, long time.
Here's my thing. Can they deliver the ball to him down the field when they need to? I don't think so. I think that Tannehill's had a great career, came into the league started playing in the league in 2012. He has been averaging, wonderful, but he was with the Dolphins for how many years? Got his ass beat how many times behind that horrific offensive line of the Miami Dolphins back in the day. Since he's been with the Titans, I mean, he's averaging, last season, he averaged 7 yards a pass. 7.9 yards a pass does not get the ball into Julio Jones' hands. Number 2, I have a feeling Derrick Henry has been awfully good the last couple of years.
He's been tremendous.
Methinks, and I'm not wishing ill on Derrick Henry here. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Methinks he's due for a weird season. He's due for a wonky season.
You could say that Frank Gore was always due for a weird season because when we watch a very dynamic running back pounding the ball through the line and just dragging defenders with him, somebody like that, you think, oh, there's no way that guy is going to go very long until he gets hurt. But Frank Gore, he was able to go quite a bit of distance without getting hurt. So you can't ever say when that's going to happen.
I'm not saying hurt. I'm saying wonky season. That
So it
could be
be
a
production.
quiet season.
Hangnail.
His offense, his production could be down. They because they added Julio Jones. Now there's this kind of pressure to get the ball to Julio Jones, move the ball down the field, use Derrick Henry for more of a down back rather than a premier back. You see what I'm saying? I have a feeling he's going to have a wonky season.
It's possible, but I don't see Julio Jones. He hasn't really embodied the whole diva wide receiver. This is the first time we've really ever heard news about Julio Jones. And what's the
I'm not
number
saying
one?
he's a diva wide receiver.
No, but what I'm saying is you think he might demand production week in, week out?
No, I'm saying because he's now on the team and he is such a productive wide receiver, Vrabel's going to try to push the ball, be more flamboyant with the offense, make it
Right.
more of an air offense
And
rather
that's
than just a ground and pound.
And that's what I was saying earlier. Might expose the weaknesses in Ryan Tannehill. Maybe there are no weaknesses, but we haven't seen much of that. Boogie disagrees. He says Ryan Tannehill is an extremely efficient quarterback. Corey Davis was averaging 7 pass attempts his way with Tannehill. Julio Jones is going to make the Titans dangerous. And then 4 lightning bolts, I think. Ryan Tannehill's about to start going deep a whole lot more. Because, and that's the other question, Boogie, is now that he has Julio, it gives him an option, either him or AJ.
Yeah, and if you look at Derrick Henry, the first part of his season when he came into the league 2016, he wasn't a dominant running back.
But he wasn't starting.
He wasn't a dominant producer in this league. It wasn't until just the last 3 seasons when he actually started to see some success. Remember, it was the playoffs like 2 seasons ago when he broke out and had just an epic playoff run, and that went into the next season and then into last season. So we'll have to see. I don't know. I just have this kind of suspicion it's going to be a different look for the Titans, and Derrick Henry might have a wonky season because of it.
The Sarge, by the way, Sarge, you don't have to always type the Sarge. We know who you are. You're in the system. Phil's a typical Lakers fan. Rocks, Speedos, and checks out players' muscles. Oh, no, that was from April. Sorry, I was reading the wrong one. He says, sorry, Phil. J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones, Marcus Golden say that Tannehill won't get the ball to Julio. Instead, he'll be running for his life or trying to run the ball straight at someone who gets injured a lot. Is J.J. Watt lately.
Well, and there is truth to that statement, but that was then. This is now. This is this season, and he's not going to be the primary edge rusher, is he? I'm just saying.
Senior Wake and Bake says Speedo. Watch Phil go to Vegas and welch the wrong bet to the wrong person. He'll be wearing cement Speedos and Speedo shoes.
Wow.
What?
Speedo shoes?
Wow, you got me there, man.
I think something about cement Speedo. I think.
Yeah. That's definitely what I'm looking to name it to do.
Jeff Van Gundy says, "Hey boys, hope you're having a good Monday. Going to the Suns game after work.
All right.
I'm jealous.
Congrats.
However, I find the Nuggets really hard to dislike compared to LA. Can I get a burn in hell Lakers, Randy?
Well,
we're not doing that anymore.
we're not doing the Lakers. Lakers are out of it. We have a new song.
Yeah.
It's climbing the charts quickly.
Brand new.
And it goes
Completely original.
A little something like this. Burn in hell, Nuggets. Burn in hell, Nuggets. Shut the hell up, Phil.
Now, what if
very
it
different
were to
song.
be misinterpreted by those beloved chicken nuggets that you were to have
What are you
had
talking about?
yesterday?
No, we're
Yeah.
talking about the Denver Nuggets.
Well, then I would just say it was McDonald's chicken nuggets and burn in hell.
Well,
but
I mean, we could.
Chick-fil-A,
We could.
they're heavenly.
Since you want to keep reaping hatred upon our number one smash hit, moving up the charts with a bullet,
Yeah,
I'd like to see these charts.
we could change it just to Burn in Hell Denver.
Yeah, we could do that. Or Broncos.
I'd really prefer not.
Then I suggest maybe you
Yeah.
show a little restraint when criticizing our number one smash hit with a bullet.
Yeah, respect, Phil.
It was
Come
more
on.
an inquisition.
Listen, it's one thing if we want to trash on McDonald's chicken
Yeah,
nuggets
yeah.
and say
Amen.
those are burning hell.
Yeah.
And say that the heavenly, religiously intolerant and racially intolerant chicken nuggets that you get from Chick-fil-A, those taste great.
You know who has good cheap chicken nuggets?
Huh.
Burger King.
Oh, I've never tried those.
You should try them.
Well, maybe.
You can get like 20 for $1. It's insane, and they're better than McDonald's.
Oh, but are they better than Chick-fil-A?
No, of course not.
See, that's a huge problem for me. A huge problem for me is knowing that Chick-fil-A is racially and religiously intolerant.
Oh yeah.
But I love their chicken so much.
Hmm.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Have you tried Popeyes?
Yeah, it always makes it just doesn't.
It's a scooch
gross.
spicy.
No, it's no good.
It's greasy.
It's no good. Popeyes isn't.
Yeah.
It's that I believe you call that love.
No, I
no.
call it greasy.
Call it not feeling well for a while after I eat it. That's what I call
Yeah,
it.
everybody was raving about that chicken sandwich. Yeah, no, I give it -5 stars.
You just bring some barbecue sauce.
It was horrible.
It's delicious. Absolutely astounding.
Nah.
What were we talking about?
About chicken nuggets.
Oh, right. Jeff Van Gundy says also with Julio, Derrick Henry has jumped McCaffrey for RB1 in fantasy.
I don't know if that's true.
That I don't think has anything to do with Julio Jones because if anything, Derrick Henry should drop a little bit because if they're passing more than they're running, Derrick Henry could lose a little bit of his stats. McCaffrey, I think, still needs to be your number one running back in fantasy. Just he just came back from injury, and I'm sure he'll be fine.
He was shut down early on the season as well.
Right. He's going to be okay, everybody. Lost Toby says Burger King's nuggets taste like they cost $1.29 for 20. So that's not good.
Yeah.
By the way, did you all take down the Welcome to Arizona Julio Jones banner yet?
No, why?
Leaving it up. He's coming.
He's coming here.
Week 1.
Yeah, first official game for him in a Titans uniform. He'll be here.
It'll be tight.
I just had my wires crossed, man. Hey, cut me some slack. I'm not always going to hit 1,000, okay?
Lost Toby also says, got my second dose of the vaccine yesterday. I feel like crap. When do I get my free stuff? Ooh, stay by the door. It'll be there soon. I don't know what he's talking about.
He wants a free donut, just like Dale.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. If Dale's around, you're not getting a free donut. Teriyaki says McDonald's used to have good chicken nuggets, and then they had the ones with both white and dark meat. Ooh, I love dark meat. Give me some dark meat. But not McDonald's. Boomer Sooner says nuggets, they got grill marks on the nuggets. There's no breading on the real good nuggets.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
That is true.
McDonald's, oh my gosh. Google what's inside of that chicken nugget. You'll never eat those again. I'm hoping chicken.
Yeah. Parts.
Yeah.
Parts is parts.
Listen, Boomer Sooner, if I eat hot dogs,
you know you want to go in blind.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Yes, Daylight Drew, I just got the message and we're working on it. Daylight Drew says, go Suns. And when the game's over, pop over to QVC as we'll have a video on Daylight Films, what they did for Wish Beauty out of Scottsdale from 9 to 10. Because, to support you, Daylight Drew, I'll tune in the QVC to see your work and stuff. That's a big ask for everybody else listening.
Wow.
Yeah, but congratulations on that. Jeff Van Gundy said, the reason I say Henry is RB1 is because the offense will still go through him. And when Julio's old ass is running 7-yard slants and outs through the middle, Henry can expose those holes in the defense.
Well, that's why they play the games. It'll be interesting to see. I'm not saying he's going to. I said I have a feeling it's going to be a wonky season for Derrick Henry. Oh, by the way, McDonald's chicken McNuggets.
Yeah.
White boneless chicken.
Yeah.
Water, vegetable oil, canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, hydrogenated soybean oil, enriched flour, bleached wheat flour, niacin reduced from iron, thiamine, mononitrate,
mono from
riboflavin, folic acid, bleached wheat flour, yellow corn flour, vegetable starch, modified corn wheat, rice, and then it stops with P.
Excuse me.
It stops with P.
No, I would hope so.
Right after rice, it says P.
Yeah. Well,
where's
where are
the
you getting
rice?
this? By the way?
It's from the internets here.
Don't trust McDonald's website.
No, it's from the internets.
Okay. Well, we got to believe those internets.
Yeah.
Rob Diz says, how about them Cowboys?
Read the room.
Yeah. What? It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Introducing in-person payments from PayPal, a touch-free way for your customers to pay and tip. Whether you're a hot dog vendor,
Mustard? You gotta have the mustard.
a personal trainer,
Don't you drop those knees, Sandra!
or a boba shop,
Brewed to pearly perfection.
signing up your business is easy. Simply download the PayPal app and display your own unique QR code for your customers to scan, pay, and tip too. Shop safe with touch-free QR code payments. Fees may apply. For more info, go to paypal.com/us/getQRcode.
You might not know it, but your small business IT systems can leave you and your customers vulnerable. At Affinity Technology, we provide peace of mind by ensuring your computer systems are working and are safe from hackers and outside threats. We solve technology problems for small business. No confusing tech talk or black box setups. If it plugs in, we work with it. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Now, we've seen interest rates go as low as we've seen them in years recently. We've also seen them bouncing around. A lot of uncertainty of what is going on in the loan game as far as mortgages are concerned. That's why I lean on my friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. They have been in business for 20 plus years here in the Valley. They only lend in Arizona. They are trusted. They'll get you that reliable quote. And if you're thinking about refinancing, whether it's to just lower your rate, maybe lower the terms of your rate, maybe down to 15 or 20 years, or if you're like, hey, we got a lot of debt on the side, we got some problems going on, we want to consolidate debt, or I've always wanted a pool. Now's the time to do it. Take some of that equity out, refinance, and get things done around your house that you want. But you got to use the best in the business. That's the Lund Mortgage Team. 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or check them out online, lundmortgage.com.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Summertime. And your summer home for sports in the Valley has what you need to cool you off. The NBA is looking to crown a new champion. The NHL gives another team the right to spend a year with Lord Stanley's Cup. Baseball is gaining momentum towards the playoffs. The NFL opens training camp to get ready for a new season. Yes, summertime is the best time of the year. Stay up to date with everything summertime has to offer on your summer home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Pala51 says the best advertisement for chicken nuggets ever is Burger King, 100% white meat. They just don't say it what kind of meat it is, but hey, it's white meat.
Yeah,
right?
We're going to keep talking about this. McDonald's chicken McNuggets.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, you're going to be astonished at this, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Okay.
The McDonald's chicken McNugget comes from, I almost can't say it out loud.
Well, you can do it.
It comes from Canada.
Oh, my God. I thought you were going to say it came from goats or something. Oh, like Canada? That's horrible.
Made in Canada.
Can't trust the Canadians. Oh, my God. Why are we importing Canadians' chicken nugget meat?
I don't know.
Maybe
But
they have better rice.
according to this article I'm reading right here, you go into the Cargill plant in Ontario, Canada.
That's it. I'm never eating McDonald's chicken nuggets again.
Oh, and by the way,
I am boycotting.
they have 4 shapes to the chicken nuggets. I don't know if you've ever noticed this.
They're stamped out shapes. I thought it was just random.
They are not random. They're stamped out, and they're uniform. That again bleeds Canada.
Oh my God! So
There's
what
the boot.
you're saying is, if you take all the chicken nuggets from Canada and you put them together, it looks like Canada. It's
No.
like the 4 Canadian provinces.
Oh, you figured it out.
This is the way they will subtly try to take us over. Subtly and politely take us over.
Well, here's a 4 shapes, distinct patterns.
Yes.
That the chicken McNuggets come in. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You've got the boot.
The boot.
Yeah.
About that, the circle.
You got the bell.
Yeah.
You got the ball,
Mhm.
and you got. I don't know if I can say it again.
Is it Canadian bacon shape?
No. It's a bow tie. It's a bow tie, Jeffrey.
It's a very Canadian thing to do. That's it. I'm never eating there again. Never eating there again. Not with the Canadian influence. Up yours, Canada.
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. I never knew this. No wonder they always tasted a little weird to me. I just, according to this, it's a breast meat, white breast meat, all the fixings and all.
I do like breast meat.
I'm
skin,
suspicious.
and then they shape it. Yeah, I just can't go on. I'm sorry. I cannot believe. According to everybody that lives here, the all-American hamburger giant McDonald's makes their McChicken
Sort of American hamburger giant.
Canada.
I am very disappointed. Fed fan says, I didn't know why, but I don't eat chicken nuggets very often. Now you know why, because you're an American girl. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, Fed fans here.
Yeah. She says, did you see the last crazy minutes of the Hawks 76ers game? Hawks guards better learn to break the full court press. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Hawks are, they are looking good.
Yeah. Another little bit of a shock there, but here comes Trae Young, man. We'll see what happens.
Listen, this dude he has really impressed me. He's a young man. All right, he's follically challenged. He knows it.
Is he really though?
He is follically challenged. He's got
messy.
Wispy hair.
He's just got wispy hair. It doesn't have that thick, full head of hair.
You know how it is. You know what he reminds me of? You know when you had like a baby and the baby's hair is just not quite all there.
Yeah.
And then they get sweaty, sleep in their car seat. That's what his hair
Yeah.
looks. He looks like sweaty car seat baby hair.
Right. Exactly. I couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
And yet he goes into New York City, takes on the Knicks.
Yeah.
The owner of the Knicks is having the fans ridicule him, not only
Trae is balding,
but about his hair too.
Yep.
And still has ice in his veins.
Yeah.
Oh, he's embracing this role as a
Tough
villain,
kid.
and I love it.
I'm telling you,
he's got all the trash talking in
He's
the
a
world.
stone cold killer. Watch out for those Hawks, man.
He's no villain. He's just a guy out there doing his thing.
He loves it. He's embracing this,
I
man.
don't know, man. Have you seen him? He'd be pretty hard to play against if you were going with the Suns, where he's in your face. He's doing the baby chants. He's doing the it's cold and all that stuff. He's living it up.
Yeah. I don't say that's a villain. So what he does in the course of the game is he's messing with people individually, and he's getting in their head. I have no problem with that. If LeBron had done a little something to say Jay Crowder, no problem. I get it. That's a guy versus a guy. When you start doing the little dance and you start doing your little and that's against the team. That's not against a player. And the way the Lakers were yucking up, that was at game 3, where they were taunting, we're awesome, we're having fun. That was just like, ugh. But the way this kid does it,
Trae Young,
he's doing it more of an appropriate way.
Well, and I still think the guy's a stone cold assassin.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
proven that.
he drops daggers on the other team all night long.
Absolutely.
And sometimes from the logo, he just has unlimited range.
I mean,
almost
I am
like Steph
so
Curry. Nobody's
impressed by
Steph
him.
Curry.
I can't tell you how impressed I am by him.
888-368-1580. Got to get caught up. Skull says Daily Blender's rigged. Okay. Pringle says Colts missed on Julio Jones before Carson Wentz could miss throwing to Julio Jones. All right. Mr. Wilbur says, in fairness to Phil, he should be allowed to get a henna tattoo that will last for approximately 2 weeks.
No, that
Of
was not
course,
the bet.
Pictures can be taken and posted online, but I don't think he needs something permanent like that on his body because he's not a fan. And why would we want somebody representing our wonderful team like that?
Who is this?
Nobody that matters because he's wrong. It's not happening. Hamilton Porter says, have you guys seen the week 1 schedule for college football? Holy crap. No,
I
man,
haven't
I haven't seen it
haven't
yet.
seen it.
Why are you holy crapping? Jeff Van Gundy says, in 1580, the Fanatic Fantasy, I still have Randy White ranked number 1 overall. Jeff goes slots in at the end right in front of Dale. What are you talking about, Jeff Van Gundy? Hey, what are you even looking at? But here's what he says. And Phil sits second to last right in front of Bruce Jacobs, and Mark Asher is dead last. What are you looking at, man? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know about that. I'm looking at this
personal ranking.
When we were in that meeting that Phil wasn't invited to, I did invite Dale and Bruce to participate. And then I find out when they do fantasy football, Dale gives it to his daughter, and Bruce lets his wife run a team. So they don't even play their own teams.
Yeah, Dale said he doesn't do the fantasy football thing.
I guess when you've done it for real, you get that pass.
Right.
That's a shame. Lost Toby says, like Abraham Lincoln said, if it's on the internet, it must be true. He did say that. I've seen
What
a meme.
movie is that?
No, I've seen a meme. I've
Okay.
seen that. That's true.
All right, so this FBS schedule, week 0, Saturday, August 28th.
Wait, who? What? Huh?
Week 0.
Yeah, college football, week 0.
Oh, I
remember?
hate week 0.
Yeah, I don't know.
Week 1. Just move the numbers over.
Well, I can't do week 1. But it comes up week 0.
It's garbage.
It's stupid. I agree.
Stupid.
I think that McDonald's Canada had something to do with this. Nebraska to Illinois, UConn Fresno State, Hawaii UCLA, Southern Utah San Jose. These games are not very. UTEP at
Holy crap!
New Mexico State.
You didn't even hear what he said.
Try-
You couldn't repeat it.
Try yelling "Holy crap" and then reading them.
Holy crap! Nebraska to Illinois, UConn Fresno State.
One at a time.
Oh, you have
You
to
do
say
it one at a time.
So Nebraska, Illinois. Holy crap!
Yeah.
UConn, Fresno State. Holy crap!
Mhm.
Hawaii, UCLA. Holy crap!
See, now I'm excited.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lot.
I
of
really
crap.
don't care.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner says, "Told you guys about the McDonald's chicken crap." Well, I believe you.
Wow.
Hamilton Porter sends the most intriguing week 1 matchups. This is what he's holy crapping. Georgia versus Clemson, and
That's fair.
Bama versus the U is Miami, and then Blue Kitty Cat versus a W.
Washington.
Raging Cajuns versus Hook'em Horns. LSU versus UC. He put a bunch of damn logos. I don't know what everything means. I'm not that big of a fan of college football. LSU versus UCLA. Notre Dame versus the Redskins. Oh, I'm sorry, FSU. There it is. They've got the same logo. It
Yeah,
just
I
says FSU on the
I
ear
don't-
thing.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't see this.
Ohio State at M. Is that Minnesota when it's
Minnesota.
It
red?
might be Maryland.
Minnesota.
Yeah. CNC Music Factory versus Vermont.
That's not them.
Well, it says a C and an N and it's blue in the back.
That
Yeah, I
might be
don't-
Connecticut.
Oh.
Mm.
Old Miss versus the Arizona Cardinals.
No,
No.
I don't. They're going week 1 against the Titans.
No.
Broncos versus UFC.
It's going to be a rout.
No.
Yeah, UFC is going to whoop ass on that right there.
Damn it.
So I don't know.
I don't see that on this schedule here.
Yeah. Well, I just reading
And,
what he
and
sent.
you forgot to say holy crap.
Holy crap! I forgot to say it. Sorry. Box of Screws says a phrase that will never be accepted on the blender. In defense of Phil.
Wow.
Nobody wants to hear that. Fish Tank says, "Hey, did you guys see that no team left in the West has ever won a championship, and the most recent championship of any team remaining was the 76ers, like 1983? That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it will be a historical final.
It's kind of nice to see. It's kind of nice to see, but will the ratings hold up now that the Lakers have gone bye-bye? Will the Lakers across whatever's left still be enough to make the NBA happy?
I mean, let's see if the Nets make it. If the Nets make it, then we will have interest. But if somebody like the Bucks make it all the way,
Right.
oh, forget
Well,
it. Just put it down the toilet.
Still, you got Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Nobody gives two flying bucks
I do
about
because it took me forever to be able to say Antetokounmpo.
it's Antetokounmpo.
No, you just shut your face.
Hmm.
Fed fan says, "Wait, what? There's a week 0? Is it like Coke Zero? Yeah, horrible. It's stupid,
But it
Yeah.
still counts.
Yeah, Army's at Georgia State.
Fed fan says, "I told you last week that Trae Young is the new version of Reggie Miller. He likes to antagonize the other team's fans too."
Yeah, even Draymond Green. Draymond Green said everybody's laying low on Trae Young, but he is one of the biggest trash talkers in all the league.
Marshall's at Navy.
Yeah, holy crap.
Marshall's, the clothing store?
No, Marshall.
Oh, Marshall Mathers from
No, just Marshall.
Oh.
It just says Marshall.
Forgetting
My name is
Sarah Marshall?
No, just Marshall.
Okay.
We are Marshall.
Norfolk State is at Toledo.
Hmm?
Norfolk State is at Toledo.
Holy Toledo.
No, I think it was holy crap.
It was holy crap.
Daylight Drew says, "Tip of the cap to Coach Candria of U of A Chalupa softball. 8 national championships, gold medal, and most wins.
Yeah.
Enjoy your retirement."
Oh, yeah.
So that guy didn't retire. That guy just retired.
That guy retired.
The
retired.
ASU baseball coach, he
Yeah.
got retired.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Duquesne at TCU. I want to watch that game.
Can we stop reading off college games?
That's
now?
going to be
I don't
on
think anybody
Fox at
cares.
8:30 p.m. Duquesne.
Holy crap.
Andy
At,
Dufresne.
Yeah, TCU.
Just Tip says all is not lost. Research shows that McDonald's also makes the nuggets in Tennessee. And yes, the shapes are called the bell, the boot, the ball, and the bone. Ground chicken, some seasoning, oil spray, tempura batter. Go Tennessee Nuggets. Screw the Denver Nuggets.
Tennessee.
Do you really want
Nuggets.
your chicken nuggets made in the South?
No.
Yeah. Boomer Sooner says, "Hey Phil, We Are Marshall movie. That was quite a movie. I think that's the name of the movie that depicts the whole Marshall football team dying in a plane crash, and the coach revives the program. Or a coach, not the coach.
No,
I think
that would
guy
be
did it
Matthew
too. Yeah.
McConaughey.
Matthew McCann. Yeah. He came in and revived the program.
Where
Now,
What was that?
week 2, you got North Carolina AT at Duke.
What you want to do?
I mean, that's right there is a premier.
Let's grab a little booger and just roll it in.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, "Didn't Penny Marshall do advertising for Old Navy?" I do believe you are correct. She
That
did.
could
She
be,
did. That's
could be Penny Marshall.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Just said Marshall.
888-368-1580. Now let's talk about a player that used to be on the Denver Broncos, Juwan James.
Ah, yes.
So I'm sure that Phil will automatically turn on Juwan James in favor of his Denver Broncos.
Wow.
Absolutely not.
Now he has filed a grievance against the Broncos seeking $15 million.
Yeah.
Here is what they're saying. Now, this is the guy who was working out and he got hurt, but he wasn't at the facility. So the Denver Broncos said, well, we're cutting you and you get no money. Bye-bye. Because we warned you, if you do that, if you get hurt working out away from the facility, you get no money.
And keep in mind, he could have worked out at the facility, but the players union was the one that told him not to go because of COVID.
Which is why the players union is probably getting every lawyer out of mothballs they can find to fight this, because they feel bad and they'll be the next target. Anyway, he says claimant was not working out on his own in his filing. It said claimant was working out as expressly and or impliedly authorized and or instructed by respondents' agents, included but not limited to the instructions and or direction of the coach of respondent and of other agents of respondent. Claimant was working out with other players on the team at the facility and mentoring younger players as requested. So basically saying this was all stuff that, should count. And a lot of us kind of agree on that, especially with, the weirdness of COVID and things been happening. Now, the Broncos, when they look at this, now here's what he's got. He's got $10 million plus $5 million. He says, I want my $15 million. Okay. And now here's the thing. If, he can prove some stuff about this, he can also make that 30 million, because in the CBA, it says that if he can prove collusion, that would entitle him to a doubling of his compensatory damages and make it 30 million. So proof, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough to prove collusion against him.
Yeah, I think the whole thing's going to be tough for him. Unfortunately, fortunately for him, was it the Ravens that signed him?
The Ravens signed him.
That was the next
deal.
thing. He's got a 2-year deal where they're going to pay him $500,000 in guaranteed money. Like, okay, you go work out, you get this rehabbed, and then when you come back, you'll make probably more than $8 million in 2022. And that's pretty nice of them.
Yeah.
The Ravens,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't even have to do that.
Well, there was a reason why he was with the Denver Broncos. He is a starting caliber tackle
when
now.
he's not hurt. Yeah. And
When he's
that
not
was his thing in the past. So that's why I'm real stunned with the Ravens. And maybe someone in the NFL said, hey, this could go bad for us. So would you hire him? So he's got a job and there's less likelihood of the court or people in there going,
so you're
poor
saying
Juwan James.
You're saying that the players union coerced the Ravens.
More likely the NFL itself. More likely the NFL itself, because now you have to show your damages. What are his damages? That damages is that 15 million. Well, they're going to say, well, okay, but this is the case, and you have another job waiting for you when you're rehabbed up. It's going to be kind of hard for him to look poor hat in hand going, they took my 15 million and I've got nothing. They're like, well, you've got an $8 million deal over there once you're done rehabbing.
Yeah.
I honestly think the NFL may have pulled those strings to get him on the Ravens.
Oh,
Perhaps.
I don't believe
Either
that.
way, it's an astute business.
You sit there and tell me that the NBA is crooked as bleep, and you can't believe that as a possibility?
I can't. Well, I don't know what to think about this whole thing. If the guy, first of all, the NFL took exemplary care of their players the year before during the COVID time. They had all the protocols in place. They had all the safeties in place. Why would the players union all of a sudden tell players not to show up? And if this would have happened at the facility under the supervision of the team, there would be no question about it. That's what I'm thinking. And now to go out and say, well, I mean, I guess it's possible, but I can't see the NFL on one hand saying, no, you're not going to get $15 million a year, but on the other, but come over here. We've got a job for you.
Here's why. At the original moment, the Broncos are like, we told you not to do that. We ain't paying you.
Right.
And that's a bad PR look. It's a bad PR look. And now the Players Association's got to answer for it. The NFL's got to look at this and answer for it. The Broncos got to answer for it. And maybe the guy was told quietly swept under the rug for $8 million. And the Ravens are like, yeah, if this guy is healthy, maybe we'll be okay with it.
Well, I mean, the guy was told not to do it, and he did it anyway. And he was not under any sort of supervision by the team. Therefore, I don't think the team's got any responsibility in this guy hurting himself. Who knows what happened in the workout? Is there any video present? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
We got to take a break. When we come back, we've got this, and I have to thank somebody. Oh, my gosh.
You're welcome.
Not you, Phil. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Chances are the technology you work with every day is an afterthought
Until it isn't working.
Technical problems can throw a wrench in your day, but computer security issues can expose you and your customers to serious risk. Affinity Technology builds custom IT solutions that help small businesses thrive. No system is too complicated.
If it plugs in, we work with it.
Affinity Technology runs Arizona businesses. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
Tandoori Times, an authentic Indian bistro, welcomes you to the gateway of India cuisine found here in the Valley of the Sun. 2 locations, Tandoori Times in Scottsdale since 2005 at 14891 North Site Boulevard, formerly located at Hayden and Via de Ventura. In Glendale since 2007 at 5626 West Bell Road. Enjoy ethnic, robust Indian cuisine from the northern frontiers of India. Full bar with exotic specialty cocktails and available patio seating. Belly dancing every Saturday night at 7 at both locations. Tandoori Times customers love the tandoori chicken, chicken tikka masala, chicken makhani, lamb chops, dal makhani, sag paneer. Try the great choices of gluten-free and vegan dishes. Tandoori Times offers delicious daily lunch specials from 11:30 till 2:30. Both locations offer a full kids menu. Come and celebrate the cuisine of the authentic Indian bistro at Tandoori Times in Scottsdale and Glendale. TandooriTimes.com. That's TandooriTimes.com.
Arizona's deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind community is disproportionately unemployed. Those of us that do have jobs are typically underemployed. And that should be, for all of us, unacceptable, especially when you consider we tend to be more productive and continually rate high for quantity and quality of work. To learn more about the Let's Get to Work initiative, visit changeyourperception.org, sponsored by the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And after hearing about all the success these other guys have had here at the radio station with Valley Medical Weight Loss, I finally joined in, and man, am I glad I did. I'm already seeing results. What's great about Valley Medical Weight Loss is how easy they make it to lose weight at any one of their 3 Valley locations, and they help you customize a plan that works for your lifestyle and, more importantly, your wallet. Get with them today and see what program works best for you. Mention Fanatic, you'll get your first week free. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Did you know that Constructors Bonding has been Arizona's leader in surety management for over 40 years? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than anyone, anywhere. Contractors, developers, attorneys, car dealers, and hundreds of other industries turn to Constructors Bonding for their bond solutions. Call me personally at 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution for better bonding.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. On Sunday, we have the NASCAR All-Star event. All the people who should be in the front of the race are going to be in the back of the race, and evidently that makes it really fun for some reason. I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah, it will make it a lot of fun.
So everybody who'd normally be at the front of the pack will be at the back of the pack, and you get to watch them claw their way up through the crowd.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be like a normal race. Remember, this is not a points race. There's not gonna be teams working together. This is a all out.
Man for
balls
himself.
to the wall. Run for $1 million.
Cannonball run on a track.
Yeah.
There you go. 888-368-1580. Now we have breaking news here on the Daily Blender. Breaking, treacherous, horrible, crappy news.
Newsflash. This is breaking news.
We have just been told that the NBA head coach of the year, Tom Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau, the New York Knicks, taking the Knicks to the postseason for the first time in 8 years.
What a load, because Monty Williams took the Suns to the playoffs for the first time, was it 11 years? And he's a way better coach. What the hell, man? This is garbage.
Yeah, this is a Travis mockery. There's no way Thibodeau should. I mean, okay, good. He took a New York Knicks franchise and he took them to the playoffs. So what? They're not playing anymore. Who's playing right now? Phoenix damn Suns. That's who.
It's a regular season.
And not only did they go, I'm Randy and he's Jeffrey.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey.
I know
that would slide by.
you get us confused quite a bit, but I know we're both very good looking men.
Very
but
sexy.
Listen, the bottom line is that this is a big pile of steaming poo. It's gorilla poo. It's cow poo. It's steer poo. It's all poo.
Is it holy
Mixed
crap?
together?
It's totally not holy
No,
crap.
it's not blessed by
Because if
anything.
it was blessed poo,
Yeah.
then Monty would have. And it's miserable. It's a Travis mockery.
Here's the biggest point I think for Tibbs that Monty does not have is that nobody, not a single person that you can find, thought that the New York Knicks would be in the playoffs, let alone the number 4 seed.
Oh, you know what you're talking about, Phil. It could be as simple as this. Well, he's got to work for Dolan.
Well,
I mean, that too.
Yeah.
That too.
Okay.
Just saying. I don't know. That's not enough. And your reasoning's not enough, Phil. It's garbage. Okay. You, Phil, objective, because you don't have a dog in this race anymore, and you know your coach is garbage. So who's a better coach, Monty Williams or Tom Thibodeau?
Ooh.
Be honest.
Oh.
Don't be a hater.
It's so hard because Tibbs, I know what I have. I know that he's going to get the best out of his players, but he has a defensive mind.
Tell you what, he has a lot of damn vowels in his name. Get to the point.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, he got the best out of his players. Aren't they on vacation right now? Oh, that's right, they are.
Against the Atlanta Hawks. Who's the New York Knicks superstar? Julius Randle? Come on, man. Come on. He won most improved player, not best player of all time. Look, I think it is Monty Williams, but it's closer than what you would think.
Garbage. Totally garbage. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I agree, Jeffrey. Okay, that's all I need to hear. 888-368-1580. So, yeah, I mean, come on. This Monty Williams, he got the respect from his peers. So why did he not get the respect?
Why did Monty Williams not get the respect from the NBA writers and conglomerate coaches?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
Why does there always got to be two of these things? And why do we give
Yeah.
a damn what sports writers think anymore?
Yeah.
Because sports writers are these little crappy, never played the sport, kind of like, and if some player doesn't give them an interview or some team looks at them the wrong way, and then they'll always,
Well, who's
nothing worse than sports writers.
Who's a fairer pool of people with which to gather votes?
I would
from?
say your fellow peers, the coaches, like they do with players for MVPs.
It's a pool.
I'd rather hear from the players and the coaches. Those are the people who know the game better than anybody.
You don't think petty relationships can agree where we saw Isaiah Thomas not make the Olympics team, even though he was one of
there's
the best?
nothing perfect, but I'd say it's a lot more accurate getting it from fellow coaches, fellow players, than it is from a bunch of Weasley little sports writers who, they don't have girlfriends and generally don't ever see the sun.
I think you're thinking of baseball writers more so than NBA writers, but sure.
Well, I don't know how you see any difference. They're a lot of the times the same people.
J.A. Adonde is a fantastic NBA writer. Have you seen
Who did he vote for?
Have you seen Brian Windhorst?
I want to know.
That is a man of pure sex
Who
appeal.
did he vote for too? Brian Windhorst.
I'm sure he voted
Brian
for LeBron
Windbag.
James.
Yeah, he sure did because he's all up in LeBron James's crotch. That's why.
Oh, looky there. Somebody has access, so the way they report is affected. You see what I'm saying? I understand occasional petty disagreements might affect a vote, but it's not going to affect a vote of every single coach in the NBA. It's not going to affect every player in the NBA, NFL, MLB. I am tired of these writers.
But
They are disconnected from reality.
You are aware that the Phoenix Suns have benefited in the past from these very same writers, with Steve Nash winning 2 back-to-back MVPs, one of which, if not both of which, were highly contested, with Shaquille O'Neal in one year even having a slightly better case, in my opinion, to win the MVP more than Steve Nash.
What can I say? Sometimes they get it right. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I would rather go with the consistencies, not just of what I want from them, but what is right and what is fair, what is honest, what is true. And what just happened with these sports writers picking Tom Thibodeau over Monty Williams is just asinine.
Well,
it's asinine.
It's not like they got it completely wrong. You would admit that he was probably in the
Did they
top three.
choose Monty Williams?
No.
They got it completely wrong.
Would you not admit that he was in the top 3 of your
Thibodeau?
Thibodeau.
Yeah,
No, I wouldn't agree with anything.
I'd say, he's a pretty good coach, and the Knicks were impressive for as far as it went, but it's nothing like what Monty Williams has done. Monty Williams has changed the culture of a broken organization, and he did it fast.
Could you not say that exact same statement for the New York Knicks?
No, they suck.
Oh my God.
Well, there I got to be a homer. I'm sorry. I got it. But listen, all my best to Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, worst thing I've seen.
I
all
don't
year
blame him. I
so
don't blame
far.
him. I don't blame him. But that was a horrible choice by the sports writers.
I don't blame him. I blame everybody else around him.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
Fed fan says, Phil, were you even alive when Nash got his MVPs?
Was I even alive? Yes, I was alive. Thank you.
He was an amoeba, but he was alive. He says, hey, did Steph Curry get the MVP from the sports writers too?
He did unanimously.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, Phil. Sometimes it's so obvious there's nowhere else you can go. And I'm not talking about as a whole. Sometimes it's just so glaringly obvious. But when you're looking at, that's why on this, it's like, what the hell just happened here? Because there's no way that they could have voted Thibodeau over Monty Williams if they even knew anything. When you look at the Phoenix Suns, a lot of people, didn't give them enough credit because they didn't pay enough attention to them because they were like, Suns, whatever. And then they were focused over here. And now after their series with the Lakers, now we've got their attention. And okay, I can understand that because I could see why you dismissed the Suns over all those years. But so that's the only thing is the sports writers were lazy. The sports writers were lazy and did not give enough attention to see what the has happened to the Suns in the last year. Well, it's New York City. You got the Knicks. You got Spike Lee there. You have all this. That is a franchise. A lot of people have been hoping and praying and say we've got to fix that because the Knicks need to be great again because we missed the Knicks being so good. They had the attention of those sports writers. Yeah, they should have been paying attention to the Suns because them sons of bitches got it wrong.
Them sons of bitches.
That's right.
Nice. I love
Did
it.
I stutter?
You did not.
All right. Boomer Sooner says, shut up, Phil. Rob Diz says, I heard there is calcium in the nuggets from McDonald's.
It's good for your bones.
Yeah, no thanks. It's probably just bones. Daylight Truth says, yeah, ASU fires their baseball coach while U of A is hosting a super regional. What the bleep? I know, man. I know. Baby Got Dak says, hey guys, hope everybody had a great weekend. This is for Randy. Looking into drafting Najee Harris for 2021 fantasy team. You should probably do that. So many teams have running back by committee, but the Steelers are rolling with this kid. And the only other back on his team is Kalen Ballage. And with the Rapesburger's deterioration and his arm going bad, this rookie is going to be a ride or die kind of player.
Wow.
Why is that for only Randy?
Well, thanks, baby. Jack. I appreciate the help. I will keep that close to my vest. And when the big draft comes around, I might just move on that action. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What did I ever do to her? Jeff Van Gundy says, I have a rare question for Phil.
Wow, let's go.
I saw an article where they said that Judy is going to take a massive step forward this year and could play comparable to Sanders as he did back in 2014, 2015. What do you think?
I actually do think that this is completely within the realm of possibilities that he could do. Look, the first season he had.
Who's this Judy girl they're talking about?
No, Jerry Judy. He's
Jerry
from
Judy.
Alabama.
Jerry.
Highly touted, possibly one of the best wide receivers of last year's draft.
Couldn't tell because nobody was throwing to him.
Yeah, well, they were trying to throw to him, but he did have his fair case of the dropsies. And remember, there were no training camps. It was a very tough season for a lot of rookies. Even the rookies that did pop tended to pop late into the season. Jerry Jeudy didn't have that, but you could also blame that on his quarterback. He's going to be masked by Cortland Sutton being on the opposite side, so he has that some relief to have the defense's respect off of him. And Noah Fant at the tight end is a completely viable option. I think he's going to be a great option going forward.
Oh, is he done?
I'm done.
Okay. Because Jeff Van Gundy cared. I don't. Berg says, go Suns. Prison Wallet says, you know what? You guys just pay Phil just to disagree with everything you guys say. Is that part of the deal?
That just happens naturally.
Yeah, it's odd, but it's a true statement. I used to be a full supporter, and now I just want to punch him in the face.
Wow.
Okay. Thunder Snow says, Randy, if you're looking for the person who sniffs LeBron's jock the most, just look over there across the room.
Oh, boy.
He's probably wearing a Speedo right now.
Smells like tangerine.
Wow.
Helium Mike says, this is 100% East Coast douchebag bias. Those a-holes can't watch West Coast basketball because it's on too late. So they only see the Eastern crap. That's a true statement. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 Fanatic. Guys.
Jess's 30-minute bike boot camp? I guess it's that kind of day.
Are you ready for a total body workout, Peloton fam?
I am.
We'll start the class on the bike and then move to the floor. Let's get it.
With Peloton instructors right in your home,
Are you feeling it yet? Let's keep pushing for 5.
you have motivation that's ready when you are.
Clip off that bike and meet me on the mat for lunges.
I got this.
You showed up today, Peloton. Who's feeling sweaty and strong?
Definitely me.
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Listen, when we're all working on our shows here at the Fanatic, we're totally focused and we don't want to worry about the other things. You know, like the technology that runs our station. That's where Affinity Technology comes in. They run all our IT so we can focus on what really matters, our business and our listeners. These guys handle literally everything. If it plugs in, they work with it. They've saved us tons of money and have kept us focused on what really matters. Affinity Technology, they can do the same for you. Go to atechaz.com. Be sure and tell them I sent you.
Feeling stressed in your skin? Not with new Olay body wash infused with skincare ingredient retinol. Olay with retinol improves skin 3 times better versus the leading body wash, transforming skin from dry and stressed to bright and smooth. So I can step into stressful days feeling my best in my skin. Olay Body, fearless in my skin. Now try Olay's other skincare-inspired body washes with hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, and collagen.
When you come to the desert, many things can be dangerous, but there's nothing more dangerous than a pit full of rattlers. Arizona Rattlers football is back. Don't miss a second of the action. Become a part of the Ninth Man for a membership of $10 per game for new season ticket members. All fans are welcomed as the Rattlers return at 100% capacity in the newly transformed Phoenix Suns Arena. Call 602-379-8274 today. Don't wait. Arizona Rattlers strike back.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Tuesday at 1 p.m., Game 1 of Suns and Nuggets in the books. Let's overreact to what we saw and look into expectations for the rest of the series. Diamondbacks have a day off Monday. What are the options for this team right now? NHL and NBA playoff updates? So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event. Tuesday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, we've all been hearing about Valley Medical weight loss for quite some time now. We've been hearing about how easy they make it to lose weight and keep it off. And we've been hearing about how convenient it is to visit one of their 3 Valley locations. And we've heard these other guys on the radio station here have success. Yeah, I've heard about it too. So I've joined in and I've already lost 6 pounds in just a couple of weeks. I am so glad I gave Valley Medical weight loss a try, and you will be too. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com. And remember, mention Fanatic and you'll get your first week free.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live from the Harman Solar Studios here in Scottsdale. And tonight is game one. That's right, the Suns versus the Nuggets. And I'm very much looking forward to this game. It's a fresh slate. It's a new team to play against, and whatever happens, it's going to be good.
Yeah, and the great thing about this is both teams are going to be on point because they've had, the same amount of rest. So you're not looking at one team that's coming in red hot, coming off an emotional victory that might have an advantage over the other team that's been off and been rusty. Both teams have had the same amount of time. Should be a lot of fun to watch. And the thing for the Suns is Chris Paul's had an opportunity to let that bruised shoulder heal.
Yeah, and, now they have some bulletin board material. Bulletin board material because it just got released that it was not Monty Williams who won Coach of the Year as determined by the writers. He is not. It's Tom Thibodeau from the New York Knicks.
Thibodeau.
Yeah, but you know what he does have? He has a bubble Coach of the Year award, and nobody can take that away from him.
Thibodeaux.
Shut up, Phil. So, by the way, speaking of Phil.
Did you say Thibodeaux?
Thibodeaux.
Thibodeaux. Yeah, it does look like it should be called Thibodeaux.
Thibodeaux.
So we have the poll up over there at 1580 The Fanatic. That's our station Twitter. Should Filthy Phil get his new Suns tattoo on his Lakers loving shoulder before or after the Suns win the finals? Now, I didn't want to put before or after the Suns are done in the playoffs because I don't want to put any negative energy on them. So I'm just being confident and saying before or after they win the finals. And now I should have put the 2021 finals because I see a loophole that he might try to say, well, I don't have to get the tattoo until the next time they win the finals. That is not what that means. But so far, 84% say he should get his tattoo now. 15% say after the playoffs. So if you want to join in on that poll, go on over to the Twitterverse.
I would
at
love to.
1580 The Fanatic. I don't even know what your preference is. Was it to wait or just get it out of the way and get it done now?
Probably to wait. I'm a very busy man. I can't be intruded upon during my off time.
Yeah. You could probably get it done in your sleep. I'm sure it won't hurt at all.
I did fall asleep during a dentist appointment. I'm sure it's the exact same thing.
Rattlers fan, number one Rattlers fan says, never liked the New York Knicks. By the way, good job, guys. I have recently switched from the other station down the dial to you guys.
Well, thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you very much, number one Rattlers fan. We do appreciate that, and welcome to the Daily Blender. Baker's Cocky Hen says, Phil has to agree Frank Vogel deserves Coach of the Year. He got the Lakers to the playoffs, just like Tom Thibodeau. I think Phil's ignoring you.
You're wrong for that.
Well, it would be really bad if they made like a big faux pas, voted LeBron James Coach of the Year.
Air Bear says, that Peloton ad is super dirty. I'm going to have to swab out my ears after that one. Average Joe says, what's worse, Monty getting hosed or the Pina Colada song? He's in the other room. Oh, damn it. You do that? I thought he did that.
Maybe he did.
He was heading down the hallway to have a little crap there.
Was he?
Then he came back and danced.
Was he?
Skull says, Suns are going to win tonight like Epstein didn't kill himself. That is really, really random. Okay.
Wow.
Just Tip says, I'll have to wait on that because he left the room to go take the kids to the pool. Let's see. Fed fan says, I'm going to have to wait till 5:50 p.m. for tennis information, aren't I? It was not intentional. I'll tell you what, I'm going to skip ahead to the tennis stuff just for Fed fan because last week she was mad at me, even though I don't think it was probably even fair that she was mad at me. I think it was misunderstanding. So now we will talk a few tennis things really quickly, mostly not because I have tremendous amounts of interest in this, but mostly because I don't know what this means. I saw this headline, Fed fan. I need you to explain this to me, please. And the headline says, Djokovic bagels 19-year-old Musetti to force fifth set. He bageled him. What the hell does bageled mean? It sounded like, do we need to call the police? Is there going to be a DNA swab?
Has a crime occurred here?
That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, so Djokovic bagels 19-year-old Musetti to force a fifth set. Bageled him.
A lot to unpack there.
I'm his girl the other night, and I bageled the hell out of her. How does it? You gave her a tasty bagel? I mean, what does that even mean? It's not even a good insult. Hey, go bagel yourself. That doesn't mean anything. Because somebody
he bageled a Maserati. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's
didn't miss much.
That is illegal in a lot of states.
You're not allowed to do that to a car.
I mean, it's international, but I mean, things are different there.
Come on, man.
Also, I love this under the headline thing here. This picture of Djokovic. He looks like I don't know. He's looking like he's like. What is he doing there? I can't even tell. He says he's serving. It doesn't make.
He bagels.
He just bageled himself right there. Look at that. There's a look of a man who just bageled himself.
You better go check those athletic shorts you're wearing.
So help me out, Fed fan. The hell does that even mean? So while you're answering that, this is also the next thing I have for Fed fan.
All right.
Serena Williams, she exited the French Open. She lost to Elena Rybakina in the fourth round there.
I think we all lost to her at one point.
6-3, 7-5 straight sets. And so is Serena need to be maybe retiring? She's about 40 years old now. She's, I mean, how old is the oldest successful tennis player in history?
Well, I think it just depends on how her body is. Is her body starting to break down? I mean, that could be the issue. She's also a mom. She's a very busy businesswoman as well. I mean, is tennis still number one? I think those are the questions that are begged to be asked. You're going to have to. She's going to have to answer some hard questions from the press. I mean, should she sit down in front of the press and answer questions? That is yet to be determined.
Could it be that she spends too much time bageling herself? I don't even know what this means yet. Fed fan says bagel means when a player doesn't win one game in the set. Example, 6-0 is a bagel.
Wow.
Okay. So there's games and sets. The way they score tennis can be very confusing to me.
So apparently Serena Williams is the oldest person to ever win a Grand Slam, to win a couple championships. But if we're even just going as far as tennis, 37 years old is the oldest person to win.
So you get LeBron James and Serena Williams in a commercial together where they go and they go to get retirement information. Maybe
You're older than
AARP.
both of them.
AARP.
I'm not an athlete. I don't play. When it's time for me to hang this up, I'll have more dignity, I think.
Are you going to take your microphone and hang it up somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll probably sell it on OfferUp.
Yeah. He's not going to hang it.
No. Fans only.
Fans
only fans.
See, I don't even know. Napa Bob says, Randy, Nolan Ryan or Sandy Koufax?
Nolan Ryan.
Bam. Fish Tank says, oh, no, we got a brand new texter. And then you open with tennis right after that. Number one Rattlers fan. He's not going to be here long.
Well, he understands.
Well, that's his problem, because if he leaves, he's going to miss the next tennis thing I ask. That's his loss right there. What was the other thing I had here? I lost it in my pile of tennis papers.
So a bagel.
Got it.
So we've learned today so far that a bagel is a skunk.
Yeah. Why don't you say
skunked him?
You shut out. That's a shutout.
Oh, you can't be
in
so.
that set.
It can't be so. Normal.
Because here's the score here.
Tennis. You got to be very, very.
Djokovic at first was struggling with this kid because the kid won the first two sets, 7-6, 7-6, and then Djokovic 6-1, 6-0, 2-0. Oh, wait, why is there only 2-0? I don't understand how tennis scores. Doesn't make sense.
Fed fan, we need you.
Can we have like a segment with Fed fan on the air with us one day just to explain tennis scoring?
Because I'll forget anyway. We'll probably do it every year. So Serena Williams, Fed fan, do you think that she needs to hang that thing up, or has she still got enough game in her? And the last thing is Naomi Osaka. She withdrew from Wimbledon tune-up in Berlin. So a lot of people are thinking maybe she won't play the tournament at all.
I think I also saw up here, I thought here on the Four Letter Network that we're monitoring right now, that it said something about Osaka withdrawing from the what is it in
I just
London?
said Wimbledon tune-up.
Wimbledon.
Well, the tune-up is in Berlin, but she actually pulled out of actual Wimbledon.
Yeah, I think she actually pulled out of Wimbledon now. I'll have to watch the bottom line.
I hope she gets some help. Whatever it is she needs help with, I hope she gets that figured
Look,
out.
I understand, but an amazing talent, amazing athlete. I don't know what to say about that. I feel bad for her, but she's going to be okay.
Yeah,
She's gonna be
I
all
have no doubt she will be okay, but right now she needs a moment. People got to respect that.
Yeah.
Give her a break. Oh, and here's well, I don't really have a question about that, but this I do now that Killer Rabbit says, hey, Fed fan, why are tennis balls green? I thought they were yellow.
Well, it's like the Gatorade where it's
like
lemon lime.
It's
yeah, okay.
Well, no, they don't taste like that's.
I've tasted many
incorrect.
balls in my life, and they taste
boy.
exactly like lemon lime.
Oh boy,
fuzzy balls.
Wow,
tennis balls.
No, they're high visibility. It's just like the golf balls that you see sometimes. They're brilliant yellow or high visibility yellow.
Why don't they have yellow bowling balls?
Because you
I've
can
seen
see a
them.
bowling ball.
Wait, I've seen a yellow bowling ball.
Yeah, I mean, they have all kinds of colors.
Fed fan says Serena is no longer feared by the other lady players. She used to be able to walk on the court with the other players being intimidated. I told friends 2 years ago that Serena will not win another major. I'll have to explain scoring when we all get together.
Okay.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna ask. We're not asking Phil about scoring. I say those things, but in all honesty, I have no idea what Phil does when he leaves here.
He just knows I come in and I do my job and I leave, and
He
that's
could
all.
be pulling more tail than Wilt Chamberlain for all we know. Yet here I am giving him that crap.
More tail than Wilt Chamberlain.
How would I know? I don't know. I don't know why I'm just making these baseless claims. Boogie says it's called a bagel because you get cream, as in cream cheese.
Oh, boy.
Get it? Cream
No.
cheese.
We got some in the fridge.
Number one Rattlers fan says, speaking of tats, you guys saw mine. Yes, we saw your text last week. Your Rattlers championship tattoo with all 6 of the years that they've won on there. And I bet you're going to get another one here pretty soon. He says bagel equals 0. Yes, it's a score thing, right? So 2-0 means the 0 player quit through the match. Oh, so no, that can't mean that. Yeah, Fed fan, what's the deal with the 2-0 at the end? Or was it a mercy kill? Or did Federer actually kill him? Or Djokovic? Sorry.
If anybody out there thought we were actually a sports talk show,
welcome.
Listen, I'm not afraid to ask questions about. Listen, I don't pay attention to every little sport. Anybody says they do, they're lying.
Is there any other sport that incorporates emotions that are so polarizing more than tennis? Look, 3-love, 2-0 kill. They're very vicious words. Like even for football, we got a touchdown.
What's he saying?
We got a.
He's saying tennis is a very
kickback.
emotional sport.
It's a very emotional sport.
Yeah.
A lot of grunting, a lot
And
of
yet,
yelling.
as much as you want to kill the other person, you serve them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a respectful sport as well.
Thank you, Phil. Air Bear says bageled means they took it from the bike to the floor and ended up all sweaty.
From the
From the Peloton commercial.
Is that what that is? Happy Lefty says, few things are better than a nice toasted sesame bagel with butter on a Sunday morning. Oh, I love me an everything bagel. Yeah, I wish we still had those.
Chocolate chip bagel.
No,
chocolate chip bagels are so good. There's a reason why they're always gone.
Hey, there's a reason I've got cookies. Okay, I got
You
cookies.
don't have
I don't need a
cookies. You
chocolate chip bagel.
You just have a bag of nuts over there. That's all you got.
I got chocolate chip cookies.
You don't have any chocolate chip cookies
that you know of. Average Joe says the age of consent is 18, so he can bagel him legally if he wants to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love our audience.
Shagdog says colloquial term for winning or losing a set 6-0. The shape of the 0 being reminiscent of the round shape of a bagel.
No kidding.
Shagdog, you nerd. Now the Bobs says, hey Randy, Johnny Bench or Yogi Berra?
Johnny Bench all day. It was my hero.
Boo-boo. Why is he not picking me?
That's the wrong Yogi.
You shut up, Phil. Skull says tennis players' brains move slower, so they need a bright ball.
Wow.
Damn. Ooh. Justin Tip says, I have a question for Filthy. As we look over the Broncos roster, what do you think the chances of you shutting the bleep up are?
Well, if you start with Noah Fant, and he's going to be a tremendous fantasy tight end option this year. Like he will probably be a top 5 fantasy option. I know a lot of pundits and everybody else predicted that he would break out last year. But if we look forward and project this year, Noah Fant being the tight end can get great value and has the potential upside, especially
Speaking of
at a,
font, did you hear that Microsoft Word is going to change their default font?
at
Are
a
they
needy
really?
position such as tight end?
Oh, you're done?
I'm done.
Okay. Good Cat says you can't say shutout. It'd probably offend the younger fans.
Yeah, could be.
Oh, yeah.
Filthy gigolo. What? Called you a filthy gigolo. Shooter McGavin says, I thought Bageled was for the Diamondbacks offense. Ooh, you're true.
No,
yeah,
that's-
I can't even get mad.
Yeah, that's a good explanation.
I was going to talk about Diamondbacks, but we've been told to try to talk more sports lately. So
I will say it's something about their hot dogs. They
Hmm.
have phenomenal
they've at least
hot
got
dogs.
that going
Yeah,
for
they've
them.
got that.
Let's see. Thunder Snow says when Phil leaves the studio, he sucks his thumb and he squeezes his Lakers plushie.
I have needs just as much as any other man.
I don't want to hear about your needs. Baker's Cocky Hen says they should make baseballs blue. Imagine a high pop fly with a blue summer sky. Oh, blue balls will be falling over the field. Yeah, you got to watch out for them blue balls.
Wow.
Rex Terra says used to be white. Day glow green is just easier to see on TV. That's why they did it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Boogie says, you want to know which sport has by far the most emotion? Curling. Curling while drunk.
God, I love Boogie.
Yeah, everybody's just laughing at that. Yeah.
I don't know why he
Hefty-
feels that way.
Hefty Lefty says, just looked up the tennis ball question. Apparently, they changed from white to yellow to help TV viewers because they're easier to see. David Attenborough was also involved in this. I stopped reading after that because I stopped caring.
Nice, Hefty Lefty.
Fed Fan says, see, Jeffrey, talking about tennis can lead to very interesting comments. And she does clarify the kid retired during the fifth set against Djokovic. Wow, he's kind of young to retire. What's he going to do now?
He gave up on his tennis career.
He's going to try and go over to ASU.
He's out. I'm done. I would never give up. You
Wow.
don't give up. Oh, that kid, I have no respect for him.
But you can give it up.
Bruno Baller says, hey, Randy, who would you rather have, that third Craig Nettles or Mike Schmidt?
Wow.
I think he says at third.
Yeah, at third base. I don't know why I keep getting all these questions. I
don't know.
feel as though I'm being set up for something.
By different texters. So they're just
Yeah.
saying, who do you like better?
Boy, that's tough.
Your mom.
I would have to go with. I'd have to. What did you say?
What? Nothing.
I'd have to go with Mike Schmidt.
Okay. Straight Striper says, Phil, your tennis analogy falls flat. Golf has a hole in one. Basketball has the backdoor pass. Football has a touchdown. Should I continue?
Yes, please.
But he doesn't. So
I've got an entire break to fill here.
Baker's Cocky Hen said, shut up, Phil.
Thank
Fant
you.
did a great job. Injured on my bench with Julio Jones and Michael Thomas all damn season.
Oh,
Napa Bob says, to be a good bowler, it helps to have a Polish last name. It's a very random.
I will agree with that.
Roslovsky.
I don't know. I don't know if that's absolutely true, but you might be right.
Voronkov.
Good Cat says, are you really naming bowlers? You're just guessing with some Polish names, you know, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Boronkov is not Polish.
What is it?
Polish would be like, Najahuski and,
Flipowitz.
I
don't know. If that's
Boronkov,
not a name, it should be Flipowitz.
that would be like German or Dutch or something.
I remember little Bobby Flipowitz. Yeah, he was the most annoying kid in school.
If you have more consonants than vowel
Yeah.
in your last name, that's a Polish last name.
Justin Tip says they changed the color of tennis balls because everybody knows that no balls that big could be white.
Ooh.
I think that was racist towards me. I'm not sure. Boogie says, by the way, Jeffrey, earlier today, you said you didn't know why you were sticking up for me because I would never stick up for you. I want you to know I would always stick up for you. Our friendship is like peeing your pants. Everyone else can see it, but only we can feel the warmth inside. Thanks, Boogie. I appreciate that. I didn't know that. So that warms the cockles of my heart.
Is that all?
Wherever the cockles are, I'm feeling warmer now. Thank you.
Probably in your pants.
Could be. Wherever they are. I thank you. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Just this 30-minute bike boot camp? I guess it's that kind of day.
Are you ready for a total body workout, Peloton fam?
I am.
We'll start the class on the bike and then move to the floor. Let's get it.
With Peloton instructors right in your home,
Are you feeling it yet? Let's keep pushing for 5.
you have motivation that's ready when you are.
Clip off that bike and meet me on the mat for lunges.
I got this.
You showed up today, Peloton. Who's feeling sweaty and strong?
Definitely me.
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com.
Ready, set, summer. Start your summer off fresh with savings on washers and dryers during the Memorial Day savings event at the Home Depot. Give your laundry room an upgrade with big savings in store and online on top appliances like LG high efficiency top load washers and dryers for just $6.98 each. Right now, you'll save a buck. So kick off your summer with the Memorial Day savings event at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only while supplies last. Free delivery on purchases of $396 or more, valid through June 9th.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
8 Out presents Terrifying Jobs.
Snake handler, take one.
This is a really terrifying job. Today, we're talking with James Hall, a snake wrangler at the Phoenix Zoo. They handle really creepy, venomous creatures. Given the hazards, why do you do it?
I've been fascinated by reptiles since I was a child.
Tell me about your little friend there.
So this is Bear Hug. He's a Burmese python. We have him here at the Phoenix Zoo.
He kind of makes my skin crawl. Is there anything that rattles you?
Yeah, distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ADOT, ABA, and this station.
Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase.
The NFL draft is over.
The teams have made their picks and reshaped their teams. Now comes the hard part.
They've got to turn these rookies into NFL players.
That means OTAs, training them, testing them, training camps,
Pushing them farther than ever before.
We've got our eyes and ears on all of it.
Listen to the latest on your exclusive home for the NFL.
1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And Randy was noticing what I did to the Paul George. It's not necessarily a bobblehead. It's like the figurine. It's like an action shot of him. And we made it Paul George authentic and broke its leg. And
I don't think I can get us. I don't think I can get us over there.
yeah, and it's in the case right there. And I did the same thing to another bobblehead in the past that had a busted up leg. Might have been another Paul George bobblehead in Palm Springs when I was there. And I thought
a couple injuries.
we should put together a cabinet and call it the Hall of Pain. We get a Cameron Hayward, we get a Dak Prescott, we get an Alex Smith bobble, get all the bobbleheads from them, and then just break whatever part of them was broken.
Joe Theismann's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Theismann would be at the very top line, like over on its side.
I can't
whatever it
even.
takes.
I can't even.
Who did Tanya Harding in her?
Oh yeah, Nancy Kerrigan.
Nancy Kerrigan.
Why? I'd have to grab some other, bobblehead to make that Jeff Gillooly. Yeah, definitely want to make the Hall of Pain a reality. So if anybody has a Jeff Gillooly bobblehead,
Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward, definitely.
yeah, I said that earlier. Who else? Paul Pierce? Didn't he have a bad one?
No, but he was just in a wheelchair because he had to take a poo.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We could get that. I'm
He
sure
was
that,
in a wheelchair. Where did this come? Wait a
This
minute.
was in the playoffs. You don't remember
When?
this?
No. When did this
I mean,
happen?
like,
He was in a wheelchair because he had to take a poo.
we've all been there, Randy.
I've never gone in a wheelchair because I had to
You
take
don't
a poo.
go in the wheelchair. You use the wheelchair because you got to get to the
Did
poo.
Lamar Jackson use a wheelchair when he had to go poo? I submit, no, he didn't.
He didn't have that luxury. And I'm sure he would have taken full advantage of it had that been available.
I mean, he didn't have that luxury. They've got those carts, those carts they run them off the field on.
There was
right?
no time, Randy. There's no time.
So in 2008, Paul Pierce took a wheelchair to go to the restroom.
Yep.
What
After
the
the
hell?
finals game one.
Was it an electric
in the
wheelchair
third
or did
quarter.
somebody push him?
Oh no, somebody pushed him.
Oh my God! Why is he afraid he was going to? Mr. Turtle's head was going to peek out while he was running down the
Yeah, he was going
to the
prairie dog
locker
it,
room
yeah.
or what?
I think that's exactly it. He knew it was
They
going
were
to
in
go.
white uniforms that
Oh,
night.
Oh,
my
dear
God.
God. That explains
Well,
it
I
right
mean,
there.
Archie Bradley, he crapped his britches and
He
came
did.
in and pitched a
He
game.
did. How did he do after he crapped himself? I can't remember.
He got the save.
He got the save.
Well, there you go.
He blew the save down
Yeah.
elsewhere, but
That's
he got the save.
He
in the
ruined
dub.
the pants, but he got the save.
you think he sold those on eBay?
He swapped those pants.
Clean or as is?
Game worn.
Probably a 50-cent bid, just sat there for the longest time. Archie's like, I don't think this is going to sell. I don't think this is going to happen.
This was a bad idea, you guys.
Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely want to do the Hall of Pain. And that's right. Tiger Woods, Baker Cocky Hens. Tiger Woods, what you do is we get like a Tiger Woods guy break his leg, but then also get like a Hyundai Genesis like upside down
Yeah.
next to it. Listen, we're gonna
That'll
run the
have to
gamut.
be like a diorama of some sorts, like it's in some sort of little canyon there.
I'm stopping short of what OJ did to other people. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, no,
that's-
no.
that's-
We're
that's
not doing that.
It's a hall of wrong.
But we may even have a thing where Tiger might be in there twice. Tiger might be in there with the rolled over Genesis and the broken leg, and then on another shelf have what's her name coming at him with the 9-iron bashing the back window.
Yeah,
of his
his
car.
wife.
Can we have Medina Spirit in there and just lotion on its
No,
Fine,
Nadine
took his-
Spirit would just be sitting there with a hypodermic in its arm
Oh boy.
because he's a junkie horse. I heard that somewhere.
I don't think it was his
somebody
arm.
who's a genius
It was
said
his-
he's
it
a
was his
junkie
rear
horse.
muscle.
Probably his buttocks.
Pretty sure he's shooting up. You know, he's he's on smack, as the kids say.
Yeah.
I think is that what the
He's
kids
on
say?
the smack.
Yeah. All the hip kids
He's
are
on the
saying,
horse smack.
We're on smack.
Hey, old man, you're not hip. Yeah, look at me, smack. Oh, I take it back, man. See,
Oh yeah.
see,
Millennials. That's
Yeah.
smack.
see.
You've always been cool to me, Jeffco.
Oh, you're all on the smack. You know it, you damn millennials. Smack loving millennials. Get off my lawn. President Wallet says, still Luca, my donkey itch.
Brilliant
I agree.
words of wisdom.
And he says, bring back lawn darts. Okay.
Why not?
Good Cat says, if your balls are lime green and
Excuse me?
fuzzy,
Yeah.
you're either playing tennis or you need to visit Summit Mill Medical. Boomer Sooner says, hey, did you guys see Lexi Thompson at the Women's PGA Championship choke away a 6-stroke lead with 9 holes to play? Can't play golf with your hands around your neck.
Wow.
Did
that's true.
I?
So, by the way, so Lexi Thompson, that's a gal golfing.
Yeah. The women's U.S. Open was this past weekend.
Guess what, Boomer? I don't even generally watch dudes golfing. There's no way I'm watching women's golf.
Did anybody watch John Rahm?
I'm married.
He had a
Oh,
more
my
than
God.
6-stroke lead and had this
Yeah.
thing well in hand. And
I
then
felt so bad.
oh.
ASU great Spanish golfer John Rahm leading the Memorial Tournament by 6 strokes, as Randy said. And a couple of guys came over, walked up to him, started talking to him. And Jim Nance is like, he's just saying, "Oh yeah, be sure and watch this." Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "What the hell's going on over there? Where the hell's John Rahm go? Why is he bending down, putting his hands in his head like he's weeping?" And he's like, "Oh my God, I don't know what's happening. What did a family member? What happened?" And it turns out he got the COVID. And they came out and informed him that as he was setting a record pace to win the tournament.
Yeah, the Memorial Tournament, which is a prestigious tournament for all the golfers, all the guys out on tour, because that's where Jack Nicklaus is. That's his tournament. That's his home course, and everybody wants to go out there and have a good showing to Jack Nicklaus. So, and the funny thing was, I believe, if I read the story right, he'd already been vaccinated, right?
Well, it doesn't guarantee that you're not going to catch
No,
it.
I
but
get that, but
somebody said he'd actually had it before.
he had the. Oh, that must
Somebody
have
in
been
the background was like, "Not again."
Oh no!
And he was in contact with somebody. He was only allowed to even do the contest with the authoritative measure that he would get tested regularly. He would be in an isolated hotel room. He would have to take preventative measures.
Why take him off the course? Maybe just get everybody away from him. Let him finish the damn match. I mean, how close to the end were they?
He was walking off the 18th, so his round was done for the day.
But there were more days to come, and he was told you can no longer compete.
He had the final round on Sunday to go. Yeah,
couldn't they just let him do that one by himself?
You would think they would come up with something, but there were crowds in attendance. There were fans in attendance. They have, people all around the course. They've got, of course, the volunteers and the course workers that are out there. And then, if he were to win the thing, which he had the thing sewn up. I mean, he even joked on social media that night. I thought I was practicing social distancing. I was leading by 6 shots, sort of trying to make fun and make light of the whole situation.
Poor guy.
Now, do you think in the years to come, people will look back on this particular tournament and remember it?
Well, I think so. Yeah, I think so. This is going to be one of those oddities. This is going to be one of those trip you up trivia questions, I think.
And really, to be honest, we're trying to forget COVID before it's even over.
Yeah.
People are running like kids running with scissors right now.
Yeah.
And I hope it's right. I hope it is over. I hope that normalcy can come back and everything will be fine. I do have some concerns about some of those variants that are running through and just ravaging India. I have concerns when I see every day there's hundreds of more cases and usually about 20 to 25 new deaths in Arizona. So, and I think are those all people who are just unvaccinated, or what's going on here? So I have some concerns. I worry that this may not be over yet, but we're all acting like it's totally over. And I am a little worried about it. I hope it's over. I hope it is. I hope we're just towards the tail end, but that's a heartbreaking thing for John Rahm to be at that point. I mean, I get what they're testing him every day, and he just happened to get it the day before or something like that.
Well, he was in close contact with somebody who tested positive a few days before the event happened.
Well, then they should have got an immediate test on him.
They did, but sometimes these things linger, or it doesn't show up on a test until later. And once it popped open, they came up.
Yeah, by the time we perfect all this, it really will be over. So that's too bad.
It's like the people coming out with new and inventive masks now. It's like, read the market, read the temperature of the room, guys.
888-368-1580. Let's see. Navy Devil says, to be a better bowler, you need to have at least 2 large pitchers of beer consumed.
Absolutely.
That's it. You don't need to be Polish. You don't need anything else. Heelman Mike says, I used to watch the old Italian men play bocce ball in Monterey when I was a kid. Couldn't understand a word they were saying, but I think it was some pretty intense trash talk. I have noticed, not understanding other languages, when I think that somebody is saying something pretty horrific, a lot of times it turns out to be completely just normal stuff. So it's hard to say, Heelman Mike, but I'm sure you thinking it was intense trash talk probably made your enjoyment of it even better. Napa Bob says, Randy, I'm disappointed with you with Ryan over Sandy Koufax.
Why?
You asked, Napa Bob.
Sandy Koufax was like a shooting star. He was on for a while, but unfortunately he suffered the injury. I think it was the arthritis in his arm. He could no longer throw. Nolan Ryan threw for 2 decades in the bigs, had 7 shutouts. I would take Nolan Ryan every day. It's not that Sandy Koufax was a worse pitcher or a better pitcher than Nolan Ryan. I'm just looking at longevity, and also I grew up watching Nolan Ryan. I only got to see Sandy Koufax pitch one time, and it was electric stuff. But look, man, Nolan Ryan, when he was a kid and all the way until he retired, his ball was just electric.
Fed Fan thinks we should put Aaron Rodgers and his broken collarbones into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, what we need to do is we need to open up the bobblehead.
Yeah, but who's that going to bother now? That guy's gone.
And then we just throw some pennies down in there, and then put the bobblehead back on. So every time you shake,
you can hear his collarbone
shaking.
That's actually clever. Okay, now he's in.
Yeah,
I was going to say it doesn't bother anybody but the guy who used to be here.
Well,
but
there's still a Green Bay Packer guy.
Such a clever idea. I can't pass on that.
Well, thank you.
Ookla says, hi, Randy. Hi, Radio Pal. Shut up, Phil. So follow me on this, Radio Pal.
Every time I'm hoping.
If a company I own stock in advertises on your station,
Oh,
does that make me your boss? No, not unless you, not even if you own the company.
is your name Radio Ron?
Large Marge says, what you don't know is he had a shart and that caused a leg injury. Yeah. Fighting Wampa says, don't forget about the crying Luke Kuechly figure in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Pain. Yeah. I finally felt bad for him on that. That was like a really disturbing moment when he got his concussion.
I don't think that was real crying. I think what that was a concussion. A side effect of the concussion.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I give him a pass on that
Now,
one.
can we do Chris Johnson and just have a little dreadlock of hair right next to him for when he got that dread of hair ripped off for him on the field?
That's kind of a weak. That's not really an injury.
Yeah.
It looked like it hurt, but Hefty Lefty says Sean Livingston with the knee injury. Paul Pierce was stabbed early in his career. Let's see. Wicho says UFC fighters that break their legs. Oh, do they have bobbleheads for UFC fighters?
Oh, I imagine they have bobbleheads for anything.
This might be expensive. Just a Tip says lawn darts are back, but they've been sissified.
Yeah, I bet they
You
have.
showed me a picture of, oh, man, Nerf lawn darts. They just basically look like shuttlecocks from badminton.
That's not any good.
Yeah. He says the dude that goes flying sideways off the ski jump in the intro to Wide World of Sports.
Oh, I remember that guy. He fell to pieces, didn't he?
Yeah, we could make that out of a little figure on skis. Good idea, Just a
What
Tip.
about Grant Hill?
I don't remember his gruesome injury.
What about Grant
Remember,
Hill?
he had continuous injuries.
No.
throughout.
We need gruesome. This is a Hall of Pain for the gruesome.
I mean, he was never
injuries.
the same afterwards.
And injuries like, and you're like, okay, but if you've watched it, and you went, whoa, then that goes in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, hey, groin pulls don't count.
Yeah.
No.
Baby Got Dak says, why on earth does Robert Kraft need a Bentley gifted to him by 76ers owner Jay-Z? Geez, rich people have problems. Is that a thing that just happened? Why would Jay-Z give him a Bentley?
Because he's got one too many?
Yeah, a spare one. He's like, can you just take this in order to park it?
What about LeBron for pulling through on a historic
Shut
season?
up.
Oh, my
And
God.
just
No.
practically take away his ankle.
No, he'd be in there for the hair. I think we could probably make a little Chia Pet thing.
No,
with LeBron.
that's the wrong Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
This would be the Hall of Shame for LeBron.
Yeah, for many reasons. The flopping.
Yeah.
Boogie says it'll be one of those weird trivia questions, like which pitcher had the perfect game until a ref blew the call on the 27th out.
Yeah, I remember that. Aaron, no, it's not Arredondo.
It was Aaron Rodgers.
No, it was.
I'm sorry, it's Aaron Hernandez.
No, it wasn't Aaron Hernandez. I remember
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry, it's Aaron Eleniak.
No, wasn't any of those. No.
Book of the Mock says,
can
but wait,
see him
I'm
in my
kind of
mind's
paying
eye.
you, so that kind of makes me your boss. And then I kind of quit, you son of a bitch. I ain't going to be your employee. Heelman Mike says, Sandy Koufax won championships and Cy Youngs. Nolan Ryan didn't either.
Well,
Okay, listen, Heelman Mike, Randy gave his answer. Give him a break. It's his answer. You have your answer. He has his answer. I mean, come on. Just kidding.
if I were to run down Nolan Ryan's stats, I mean, they're going to be better. I understand that Sandy Koufax was an amazing pitcher. It's just that his light burned out too young, too soon. Nolan Ryan got a career 3.19 ERA. He's won 324 games. He's thrown 7 shutouts. This guy, it was a complete game monster. And he threw for 2 decades. I get it, but I just choose Nolan Ryan over Sandy Koufax. That's all.
Oh, that's right. I forget. Ron hates when I do that kind of crap at 5 o'clock. Senior Wake and Bake says, yeah, as a little leaguer, I grew up watching the Johnny Bench show. You guys remember Captain Kangaroo? Of course we do.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't. I have no idea.
Nobody asked you, Phil. Thunder
think
Snow
he did.
says, one of the most gruesome sports injuries I've ever seen is the wrestler Sid Vicious breaking his leg in the ring, snapped it in half.
Wow.
He says, Google it. I'm like, I ain't Googling that.
No.
I don't know. Oh,
No.
Thank you, but no thank you. And by the way, that ain't really sports. That's fake wrestling. Boogie says,
That's a real
Armando Galarraga.
Armando Galarraga. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Hilo and Mike says, Sam Bowie. Ooh, that was gruesome. Floppy Bumper says Jim Joyce was the ump, and it was Armando Galarraga.
Yeah.
Bruno Baller says, now when Randy said that Nolan Ryan threw 7 shutouts, did you mean no hitters?
Yes.
That's what he meant. Fed Fan says the downhill skier who crashes and their leg is going the other direction. That should be in there. Yes, Mr. Pringle. We already said Joe Theismann. We agree. And Chief Skulls Burner says, afternoon, gentlemen, and Philip. I've decided the Denver Broncos are bitches. And I have a new Phil team I hate now. The Lake Turds are out. Boomer Sooner says, how about the Raiders, Napoleon McCollum? I believe he had a horrible knee injury or leg injury. Oh, you know who did? Tyler Lockett. Remember his ankle went the other way? When he I don't know if they showed that too much on TV, but Tyler Lockett had a really bad ankle injury. Boomer Sooner says 7 no-hitters, Randy, not shutouts. Probably had a freaking 100 shutouts.
Yeah, I meant no-hitters. I do apologize. Thank you for the correction on that.
All right, we must take break.
We must take break.
We must take break. Is this correct? Tuck says, this is why I prefer the morning show. They accept pro wrestling as a sport. Thanks, Chief. Well, Tuck, if you actually accept wrestling as a sport, you're an idiot, and I'm glad you prefer the morning show. You should turn your radio off now. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
I have 2 dogs, Sam and Bailey. Both are golden retrievers. Poor Sam, he was a mess. Always itching. His paws were soaking wet all day from just constant licking. He had bald spots on his back. I just don't like putting shots and steroids into your dog all the time. DINOVITE.com. Dynovite is nutrition. Probably 2 weeks after he started Dynovite, I started seeing great improvements. And today, 99% of his issues are non-existent. It's amazing stuff. Since Bailey has been 12 weeks old, he's been a Dynovite dog, and he has 0 issues today. He won't eat his food without Dynovite. When I get out the Dynovite, my dogs actually salivate like I'm getting them a treat. They drool over it. Dynovite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dynovite from DINOVITE.com.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
Shane O'Grady here with Life Changer Loan, and you've probably just refinanced into that new low rate. But have you really done the math? Have you really multiplied your monthly mortgage payment times the amount of payments you have left? Ugh. Let that number sink in for a minute. Luckily, there is a better way. Our clients pay off their mortgages in well under 10 years without changing a dime of their spending habit. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show, Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Napa Bob, you threw this entire show off of its axis. I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about. Then he starts throwing them questions out there. He says, when I presented this question to Randy, it's picking the player for the crucial game, a series, a year performance, or must-have win at their peak, not long-term longevity. That's all. Well, if you already knew the answer to the question, Napa Bob, don't ask it. If you're going to ask him what he thinks, well, he's going to tell you. Let him have his answer. Except for you, Tuck. You don't get an answer because you think fake wrestling's real.
Sandy Koufax was a brilliant picture. He was before my time. I grew up looking and watching Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan pitched well into his 40s before he was out of here. Like an 7 to 8 time All-Star. The guy was always in the picture for Cy Young, always in the picture for MVP. The guy was just, for me, if I have a choice, if you compare Sandy Koufax to Nolan Ryan, well, you like Sandy Koufax. I respect that, and that's a great choice. I chose Nolan Ryan. Boy, I didn't think I was going to get into argument about over Nolan Ryan, Sandy Koufax.
Well, now you've done it, Randy.
You know
How
what, Phil?
dare you?
Stay in your damn lane.
Yeah, Phil. What the hell? All right, let's get this out of the way, and I'll get back to the text line and whatever the hell we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for On This Day in Big George's Sports History. Back to the year 1921. The only baseball game canceled because of murder occurs at Kingsport, Tennessee, when sadly the body of a slain girl is found in the ballpark just before a minor league Appalachian League game. To prevent the trail from becoming confusing for the Bloodhounds, police closed the park and canceled the game against Knoxville. Back to me, Trevor.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really sad. The girl was later identified as Elsie Lawson. She was only 11 years old.
That's too bad.
And they quickly identified as suspect 18-year-old Jern Quillen. I guess the two were seen talking together on the night of the 6th, or right before that game between Kingsport and Knoxville, the other game, the last night. And so when they went to arrest him, the shirt and shoes he was wearing, he still had blood on them.
Oh, boy.
Later, footprints near the body matched his footprint size. He was tried, found guilty, and given life and sentenced back in 1921. Later, he admitted his guilt to the lawyer and other inmates and stuff. So, yeah, it was a tragedy. It's a tragedy. But that was the only baseball game ever canceled because of a murder.
Wow.
There's your trivia question. Not a fun one. Baker's Cocky Hen says Nolan Ryan would kick Sandy Koufax ass like he did Robin Ventura. You get him, Randy.
I think it's either way you go. It's a great pick. I just choose Nolan Ryan. That's all.
I choose the Suns. That's right, Scream Eagle. He says, nice show and let's go Suns. No.
We have a sounder for that.
I swear to God, Phil, I'm not going to tell you again. You're not the Eagle. He plays the Eagle.
I have the Eagle.
I just thought it'd be good to have two sides. You have the male Eagle. I have the female
turkey. Yes, but you sound like a turkey. You don't sound anything like an Eagle.
Even sound
just
like
because I'm trying to get them mating doesn't mean I'm all for love.
I've had the opportunity to hear turkeys in the wild, and that sounds nothing like a damn turkey.
It sounds more like a turkey than it does an eagle.
I mean, that sounds like a turkey. Now yours, I don't know what the hell.
I'm a wild eagle.
No.
It's like you put it right next to a National Geographic video and it's the exact damn
David
thing.
Attenborough would kick you right in the ding-ding.
Yeah, right in the damn ding-ding.
Yep. Straight Striper says, Sandy Koufax sounds like a business paperwork Bruce Jacobs would send from the beach with 96% confidence. Sandy Koufax. Mr. Wilbur says, I'm liking the under tonight. Suns 108, Nuggets 106.
Wow, really?
Okay. I don't know what to expect because here's the thing. If one of the teams starts playing defense, then everything is going to drop on the under. And, if you can play defense by playing the best offense, I think this is going to be a fast moving game. Just the Tip says locally, Jeremy Roenick and Anquan Bolden have both earned busts in the Hall of Pain. All right. What happened to Anquan Bolden? Do you have a gruesome injury?
Well, what was that? Oh, what did he do? He took a hit and it for lack of a better term, he took a hit that fractured his face.
Damn.
He had to have his jaw wired shut. His nose was broken. His cheekbone was busted. I think his eye socket was. And then Jeremy Roenick, one of those goons from the Dallas Stars, when we were in the playoffs,
I remember that.
he came in and he wrote Jeremy Roenick's face on the boards behind the net, and he broke every tooth in his mouth out.
So Anquan Bolden had a hit that caused a concussion, also causing facial fractures.
What did I just say? Was he not listening to the show?
He wasn't
It
even
was a
paying
sinus.
attention.
It was a sinus fracture.
Yeah.
And he needed his jaw wired shut.
Yeah, I just didn't.
Against
I say
the
You need
Jets.
your jaw
Yeah.
wired shut.
Yeah.
MMA Joe says, "Hey guys, sorry I've been on the text line recently. Crazy time.
Mm.
But Phil, that was the worst eagle or turkey call I've ever heard.
No, you
Yeah.
can't have
I
it both
concur.
ways. It's either
No,
the
he's
best
absolutely
eagle
right.
or the best turkey, but you can't say it's the worst in both.
Colts fan Dan says, "What is this? Crime scene investigators? The Daily Blender Sports Show? I'm just asking for a friend. Why can't it be both?" Colts fan Dan.
Yeah.
Why can't it be both? Let's see here. Large Marge says, "So how long do you get to be the new home for sports?"
until Radio Ron says we're not.
There have been conversations. Fed Fan says, "I wonder what radio show is going to get canceled for the day because of murder." I don't know. I Dale will probably eventually murder Bruce Jones.
I have a feeling it's coming.
It's probably
Boomer Sooner says, "Guys, I grew up in Orange County and I watched that stadium be built for the Angels. I watched Nolan Ryan pitch a no-hitter against the Orioles, and one of the guys charged the mountain midway through the game, and he took him on the freaking no-hitter."
Yeah.
True story. MMA Joe says, "I saw a girl fighter kick herself with her own leg after she broke her leg in half."
What?
Ooh, the floppy broken leg came up and
Did it knock her out?
Ooh, I doubt it knocked her. I bet she probably passed out from the pain. But that's a fair question. Hillman Mike says, "Look at 63-66, perhaps the most dominant 4 years in history. 97 wins, 25 or more 3 times, being in line for Cy Youngs, not winning a Cy Young."
Who's this?
I think
I'm
it's
guessing
still
it's
going
Sandy
on about
Koufax.
Sandy Koufax.
Wow. Congratulations. You're Sandy Koufax's best fan. You asked me who I wanted to go with. I went with Nolan Ryan. Now deal with it.
Damn. Bruno Baller says, "I predict the Suns to win the series and no less than 4, no more than 7 games." Damn, that is
that's really
going
going
out
out
on a limb there, buddy.
Wow. Holy moly.
You need
Can
the
I
fire
place-
department to come out and put
Wow.
a net under you on that for going out on that limb.
Can I place a bet on that one? Good Lord.
Senior Wake and Bake says, "Have a good evening, fellas, and place Phil in a brown paper bag and just light it."
Wow.
That was clever.
No, how?
Because you're poo. He says you put you in a brown bag and light it. It's like lighting a big bag of poo on somebody's doorstep.
Maybe I'm holy crap.
Holy crap. Santan Scott says, "How about that one goalie who had his throat slit, almost bled out by the skate?"
Was that Patrick Waugh?
Oh my God.
Was that Patrick Waugh? I
That's
think it
scary.
was.
That might have been the last thing he said. Wah!
No, he actually came back. He was fine. They got it. But yeah, sliced his jugular.
Oh, Hefty Lefty said the exact same thing. Floppy Bumper and Floppy Bumper. So Floppy Bumper, Hefty Lefty, Sandan Scott. Are you guys sitting at a bar together? Because you both brought that thing up. It was the goalie from the Washington Capitals, right? It was a national television.
Are you guys smacking lips together right now?
Okay, why do you always got to make it weird, Phil?
Ooh.
Ukulamak says, "How about a 4th hour and a big paycheck, Radio Pal?" Yeah, as if you had the power to make either happen. Thunder Snow says, "Guys, I don't think Bolden even missed a game." Now, that's a tough son of a bitch.
He missed 2 and a bye.
I like Thunder Snow's version better. Justin Tip says, "The 81 Indy 500 crash by Danny Ongais earned him a bust." Okay, I don't know if there's a crashing IndyCar bubblehead. Sure. MMA Joe says, "Unfortunately, the girl remained fully conscious during all of that."
Wow.
Ouch. Oaktown Destroyer says, "Suns in 5 games."
Wow. Okay.
That is a brave going out on a limb. Hefty Lefty says, "Yeah, it was Clint Malarchuk. That was the goalie that had
the goalie
jugular slash by
wow.
a skate."
Yeah. Clint Malarchuk. Okay.
Yeah. Can I just take a moment? I want to thank the Red Sox.
Okay.
Yes, as you know, I hate the Yankees.
Yeah.
I hate the Yankees. And the Red Sox, they beat the Yankees.
Yes.
Yes.
And they swept the Yankees.
Swept them away.
Swept the Yankees.
Understand something. The Red Sox have lost 16 of their last 17 games before they went 3-0 this weekend to sweep the Yankees. I love it. Don't care that much about the Red Sox, but when they play and they beat the Yankees, one of my favorite teams. So thank you, Red Sox. Thank you for beating the Yankees so badly. They all went home and rethought their lives.
Can we start calling you Big Jeffrey?
Why would you call me Big Jeffrey?
Because you're now the biggest Red Sox
So,
fan in history.
No, I'm just Jeffrey.
So the Rays lead the American League East. The Yankees fall down to a fourth place, and they are 9.5 games ahead of the Orioles for last place. And the Red Sox have been playing wonderful baseball this year. I mean, they had to make some moves. Everybody was mad at them when they moved Mookie Betts, but they freed up a whole bunch of money, brought in some new talent on that team, and look what they're doing. They're 36-23. They're 2 games behind the Rays for first place. I mean, it's what an absolute turnaround for the Red Sox this year.
Yeah, I don't care about any of that part except for where they beat the Yankees and swept them.
They beat the Yankees, by the way.
Yeah.
Swept them for the first time in 10 years.
So before we run out of time, I also want to say congratulations to the Phoenix Rising. They have set a new single game attendance record with their crowd, 8,053 at their new place.
How about that?
They also, and here's the thing, the headline, Rising stuns Loyal in stoppage time, draws 2-2.
At least there were no bagels.
So I think they're celebrating and very happy that it was a tie. At least they're unbeaten. I'll never understand soccer.
No.
I understand tennis now, thanks to the help of FedFan.
Yeah.
That was very helpful.
Yeah,
there.
thanks, FedFan.
But by the way, the United States soccer dudes beat Mexico. That's a brave thing to do with the way the cartel handles business.
Well, yeah.
But they were throwing bottles, yelling gay slurs and stuff at the team down there in the field. But United States won anyway. So there. That's all the time we have, ladies and gentlemen. I'll read all your texts as soon as we get off air. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Bye-bye.
What is screaming?
Introducing in-person payments from PayPal, a touch-free way for your customers to pay and tip. Whether you're a hot dog vendor,
Mustard? You gotta have the mustard.
a personal trainer,
Don't you drop those knees, Sandra!
or a boba shop.
Brewed to pearly perfection.
Signing up your business is easy. Simply download the PayPal app and display your own unique QR code for your customers to scan, pay, and tip too. Shop safe with touch-free QR code payments. Fees may apply. For more info, go to paypal.com/us/getQRcode.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations: Tempe, Glendale, and